I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. And now, with sound, we proudly present Mr. Sensible. Oh yeah, we got sound. And who was it said? No, on stupidity is not right. The sound screwed up a couple times. Hey, I wouldn't want to change, would I? Listen, thank you ever so much, everybody, for coming. Good to see you all. So many people in the chat already. I do have to do an immediate, without any delay, shout out for a couple of super chats I had prior to the stream. Thank you very much, guys. One from Mr. Cygnus TSP for $5 US, recovery donation. Thank you, Cygnus. I very much appreciate that, and I'll explain it to those who don't know in a while, but thank you. And from Judy Bassett, a super chat donation of 7 shiny euros without saying anything at all. Thank you as ever, Judy. Extremely kind. So how the devil are you all? I see I've been having a number of suggestions. Mrs. S still doesn't know. I better explain this to those who don't know. Today I bought something via the internet for $1,000, and Mrs. S doesn't know yet. Oh dear, what a shame. Never mind. She's been out today. She came back while I was eating, but she was dashing because she's off to a socially distancing friend's 50th birthday party. Yeah. And when she comes back, I'll be still streaming, so she'll go to bed. So I got away with it for the rest of today. What on earth am I going to say to her? One thing I will say is, and let's just scroll back, Mr. Second Best Bob. Thanks, Bob. Just super chatted £5. Money for nothing. Yet. Oh, yes. Yeah. So I've bumped it off until tomorrow at least. I mean, $1,000. We're not talking about, I went down to the pub and spent 20 quid. It's a whole different ballpark, really. And it's not like she's not going to notice. So do I come clean, or do I keep quiet about it until whatever it is arrives? What do I do? I'm not sure. Genuinely terrified. And I just realised I'm talking about this, and I posted about this. She sometimes watches the streams. She won't be watching it right now, but she may watch it when she comes home. Oh dear. A quick question. Mr. Bryn Taylor, good evening, Bryn, says, who is this Arnold guy? Arnold is the man. Arnold is Slayer of Flurfs. Arnold is my cat. Welcome to the channel if it's your first visit. Let's have a quick scroll back and see who we got, because we've got quite a few people. Loads of messages from the Snark and General E. Shady. Thud was there. Yeah, an awful lot from General. You've been busy, pal. Scroll on. Oh, Q was there. Good evening, Q. And DMA, good evening to you. Cygnus TSP, of course, thank you. Thud, Chris Durham Music Channel, Brian Pop Robson, who lost 300,000 in his company accounts. That's quite good. When she moans at me about this $1,000, I say, that's nothing. You need to speak to Brian Pop Robson. Thank you, Brian. You might be for it, though. We've got Andrea Clark. Andrea Clark is going to be coming in very shortly Let me just check. She was there in the she's there in the waiting room. She'll be coming very shortly to talk to us all about something very interesting and worthy. Yes, carrying on. Demon Orb, hello. Kubertech77, that's a new name on me. Thank you for popping in. Good evening to you. Brace Trigonometry, Theofungi. Was it Theo said something I thought was brilliant with regard to this. A 1971 Mustang with no motor. If only it was. If it was a 1971 Mustang with or without motor, that would be reasonable. She could perhaps live with that. But someone... Oh, yes, it was Mohammed Shafiq, beg your pardon. Is it a new fish tank? Oh, Mo. My existing fish tank, if only it only cost $1,000. My existing fish tank, the lights cost more than that. So if I'd bought a fish tank for $1,000, I think she probably would have said, that's a bargain, isn't it, Mr. S? Oh dear. Someone did say that's a clue. Not much of a clue, but yes, it was US dollars, not euros, GBP, Swedish krona, Polish zlotys, or what, Triganic pews, or Ningis, and certainly not Altarian dollars since they recently collapsed. No, it was greenbacks, dollars of the US variety, definitely. Tusk. Oh, Tusk, you said you had a question, but I never saw what your question was. Never mind. We're not going to worry. Yeah, you said, can I make a request? And I said, what's that? And you never answered. Unless it's down a bit lower down, and I've missed it. Hello, Keela. And I'm sorry if I have missed anyone. I'm skipping through this quite quickly. The checkout guy, hello, as well as Mark Tin. Arc Angelus Lunai. Oh, I've seen that name before. Keith Newton as well. Watto. Scythe DK. Loads. Gary Wybenga. Good evening to you, Gary. And Mr. Seek Truth, Speak Truth. Hello to you. Oh, FE Peer Review. I've nearly got this all sorted about getting you in touch with the other person. I've messaged them, and I'm just waiting for them to come back. So I've got both email addresses, and I'll give you each other's email addresses, and then you can sort it out between you. Q Branch says £1,000 for $1,000 for cheese. That's at least a couple months worth. It is. And again, if I took a delivery of $1,000 worth of cheese, I think she could say, well, that's fair enough. That, I can understand that. That's quite a reasonable thing for a guy to do. Order $1,000 worth of cheese from the US. Only I didn't. And I'll tell you what, the level of coolness on the coolness scale of what I've bought is off the frickin' top. Absolutely blown the top off of coolness scale. Definitely. So, yeah, I'm so looking forward to that day when I can tell you all about it. Unless I'm still in hospital. I could be still in hospital. I might get better. Yeah, let's look on the bright side. I'll be better and I'll be able to tell you all about it. I will do a video of, I said opening, unboxing, let's say revealing of what it is. Okay. There's a possibility, a very good possibility, that I shall take delivery on one day, do some filming about it as I open it, but then have to delay because there's something else I may have to do with regard to it, add that to the film, and then do it all as one, reveal it as one shot. It's cool. I told Mini Miss Sensible, the youngest one, what it was. She said one word: sick. And I asked her what she thought her mum was going to say. She said she won't say anything. She'll just walk out and she won't speak to you. I mean, if that's the case, then I probably got away quite lightly. Quite lightly indeed. I did ask the other Miss, middle Miss Sensible. It gets very confusing with them all having the name Miss Sensible, but there you go. And she just said it's just so cool. And I asked her what her mum would think, and she couldn't answer. So I'm really not sure. What did I buy? Well, Theofunga, I could tell you what I bought, but then that would take rather a lot of the surprise out of it, wouldn't it? I bet you was one of those people who peeked at Christmas presents before Christmas, didn't you? I learnt my lesson when I was about 12 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, something like that. We were going away abroad for Christmas to visit family, but the presents were there. We were going to open them when we came back. And being that sort of age, that's a tough ask. So I sneaked a look, had a look. This present wasn't well wrapped up, and I looked, I could see what it is. Excellent. Oh, I'm not going to have a surprise now. And I never, ever, ever tried to spoil a surprise for myself again. So I learnt my lesson with that. It was a good little present, though. Right, scrolling on Tony Regime. Oh no, that's the super chat I've already read, I think. And my screen's going wild. What the hell's happening here? Actually, let me go back to... Oh, that is the stream. A telescope. Star Trek related thing. Dell's flat ball who used to prove flat Earth. Well, that would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Whoa, new layout. Yeah, do you like? This new layout is ready for doing debates. So that's me, me and the two guests if I was hosting. That's all of us talking. Oh, I need to pass it across 1 second. Yes, I have. Then me with two people who are debating, and if one in particular is presenting, I can just show them. They've got the big window, and the other their opponents in the little window. Because I'm supposed to be hosting a debate. We're hoping in just a few days' time. We're just trying to sort out dates and time because time zones are a total bitch for it. I'm quite happy to do it out of my comfort zone, but something like 2 in the morning, starting at 1 or 2 in the morning when I've got to start work at 8:30 the next day is probably not the best plan, really. So anyway, yes, this is the layout for this. I've been meaning to do something like this for a while, and I finally pulled my finger out and got sorted. You and the two guests, and you were bigger than the guests. Yeah, the different views, Javado music. I can swap them around, as you saw. Maybe I bought a movie prop. Oh yeah, someone suggested that I might have bought Princess Leia's bikini from, what was it? The second movie. I've forgotten what it's called now. When she's there against Jabba the Hutt. I might have done, but it would have been a waste of money because it's not my size. But interesting thought. Right, okay, let's just go back. We'll have to redo these super chats. And I'm going to get Andrea in just a minute, okay? So there's a little bit of a warning for you, Andrea, if you're listening there. Right, so David Oliver super chatted £2 and said, honesty is the best policy. Usually, David, I would agree with you. But the missus not finding out and therefore not getting hurt is also quite a good policy, and one that has been much on my mind in recent hours. But thank you, David, I appreciate that. And General E. Shady, 2 of his upside down Australian dollars. You got Mrs. S a new freezer. Well, American fridge freezer type thing. She'd be pleased with that. If I said, hey, I spent $1,000, she'd be like one of those cartoons, going red, steam coming out of her ears. And I said, and it's a nice big American fridge freezer, like the ones you've been after for a while. I'd be in a good books then, wouldn't I? I suppose I could say I've done that, and then when it arrives, I'll say, oh, I did order a freezer, but they've sent me a so-and-so instead. I like that plan, General. I do. And, of course, if it goes wrong, I shall blame you. Mr. 42 super chatted €2. How long do you reckon you'll sleep on the couch? Oh, I dream of sleeping on the couch, 42. Right now, I'm sleeping down here in the garden office, in the studio. And actually, is my sound a little loud? I just realised that's bouncing off the top. Let me turn it down a smidgen. Yeah, I dream of being allowed in the house, mate. There we go. Let's just make sure I've not missed anything else. That's one thing I don't like is the couple of times when I have missed a super chat. I have missed a super chat and I have felt dreadful. I've read them out when I've realised the next stream. It's not quite the same. And Generally Shady again for 2 upside down Australian dollars. You said it was cool. Dad jokes suck. No, this is cool. This is so cool. For those who don't know, I said I bought this item. I said it's historical. I said it's $1,000, and I believe there's only 2 in the world. Certainly only 2 are available, and I done got one of them. And I had a little bit of worry because I didn't have proper confirmation through via email. So I emailed them directly, and they confirmed receipt of my order had gone through, and they confirmed dispatch will be, they said next week. Well, yeah, it's the weekend now. Yeah, so during the coming week or so. And I'm going to call it a month. I'm not going to worry about it for a month, so it's going to be rather a tough month to wait. Let's have a quick final check. Oh my goodness, there's a couple more. Let me read these. And actually, one of them's quite topical. Tusk. Good evening, Tusk. £2, 2 of his finest sterling GB pounds. Is it a life-size nudie photo of Nathan Oakley? I tell you what, I'd pay £1,000 not to see one of them. And David Oliver, £2. Is it a Muslimic ray gun? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but no, it's nothing weapons or anything like that. It's something, I've seen something related once before that really tickled my fancy, and I really wanted to get, and I really couldn't justify it. But I saw this, I heard about it late last night. I thought about it, got out of bed. I actually gave Mrs. S a lift into town, came home and bought it. So she doesn't know yet. Oh, God. Oh man. But bearing Tusk said about Nathan Oakley. Nathan Oakley, someone said he's got a stream going, and he did indeed. I'm not sure if it's still going. Let's have a look at this. I want to refresh this as well. So, oh wow. On my stream right now, well, on the screen it says 129 as I'm speaking. 129 people viewing. 131 on there, it's just said. When I had a look at Nathan's stream, he had 19. So I went in there and helped bolster it up to 22. He's now currently at 47. And he's got what? 2.5 times the amount of subscribers? That's not very good, Mr. Oakley, now is it? Yeah, and I put a comment in. He got a bit triggered and kept demanding for my real name because he thinks that's funny after the doxing thing. And I actually invited him because he called me a coward because I wouldn't give him his real name. So I invited him, if he wished, to come onto this stream to chat or debate. And he kept blathering, asking for my name. So I called him a coward and told him not to use that word again. Anyway, that's quite sweet. Yeah, he's got 47 right now, and I've got 130. Booyah, Mr. Oakley, booyah! Right, without further ado, I'm not going to muck around anymore. Let's get Andy in. So, oh, hello, Andy. Are you in there? Can you hear me?
I am here.
Excellent. And hopefully everyone in the stream can hear you. I'm just watching your... Yeah, sound levels look good to me. Hello, good evening. Would you like to start off by introducing yourself, Andy?
Okay, so my name's Andrea. Middle-aged stepmother of 4 stepsons. And I'm going to be taking the ration challenge in June.
The ration challenge? I think, because I had never heard of this until... someone, Colon, passed me some brief details about this a couple of days ago. I'd never heard of it before. So pretend we're all idiots. Okay. What's the ration challenge?
So this is my 3rd year. So what you do is it's all to raise money for refugees, to help with things like food and medical supplies. And at the moment, of course, that does include things like masks and extra soaps and washing materials.
Yeah.
The idea is that I will have the same rations as a refugee for the week.
Oh, wow.
And I have to survive on these rations. Now, it's extremely bland. The rations...
Yeah, what do you get?
You get 420 grams of rice, which you add yourself. You add 1.5 kilos to that.
And
So you get
how
a
long?
huge amount of rice.
No, how long's that supposed to last?
So it's for 7 days from
Okay.
the 13th until the 19th of June.
Right,
So
a week.
it's,
Okay.
yeah, for a week. So you get this ration pack with rice, lentils, chickpeas, sardines, kidney beans, and you supply yourself with vegetable oil, a bit of extra rice, as I said, and some flour.
I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm surprised at sardines. That wouldn't be the first thing that sprung to my mind as to what they might have.
No,
No.
it's surprising, isn't it? But it's high protein. It's got some great oils in it and so
Yeah.
forth. It's surprising what you can do with these rations. You are allowed a spice as well, and the more money you raise, you sort of open up extra things. So, there's a level at which you can get salt, and then, it's actually on my sort of main profile page, but based on how much you raise, you open up these little perks. So, I could get some milk or a vegetable if I get to the right level, or
So could
chicken.
the refugees earn themselves bits like that as well somehow?
Yeah, because they would do little bits of work, and they would trade for things. And the other thing you can do is you team up with other people, and that means you can share spices, and that's like a family kind of getting together, and that's the idea.
Have you ever heard that story, Stone Soup?
No, I've not.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, because I hope if you team up, it's not a Stone Soup party. A group of down and outs decide to put all their little bits together, and they each chuck in what they've brought, but each one chucks in a stone, so they've ended up just with a soup made from stones and nothing else. Okay, I'm sure that sort of thing wouldn't happen anyway.
Yeah, people will come together and share, and things like that. So. And trade with each other and all sorts of stuff like that. And the things that you provide yourself for it, the things that aren't in the box are things that's represented or representative of other agencies that are there helping. So, you might get half your rations from one place and a few more bits from somewhere else. So,
okay, and you, as you mentioned, you've got your own page, which I've already found. So I'll pull that up now.
Yeah, that's me.
So I presume you've just started this, then, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a goal of 400. So what's that? That's what you need to raise, or that's what you want to raise in total, or you need to raise 400 quid to get a decent amount of food for yourself.
Yeah, that's the default goal that's on there when you do it. But if you scroll down, you can see the rewards part, and they're very few and far between, but it's all about it's sort of getting people to be enthusiatic about it.
Okay, £250. Add a vegetable of your choice up to 170. That's tight, isn't it?
I know, exactly, and I've done this 2 previous years, and I never do particularly well.
Well,
so
let's hope you can.
Thought, well, maybe Mr. Sensible will be able to get my word out there.
Well, yes,
and get more people doing it. Too,
we will. We will definitely encourage people. We'll put. In fact, let me just while I think of it, let me just pop the link into the chat now. So if anybody right this minute, before we've even finished this conversation, feel like helping Andrea and sponsoring her son, there's the link. £850. Enjoy a well-earned, was it hot or cold drink?
Yeah, I can't have coffee or sugar for the whole week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just water, and you can earn a few tea bags by sharing things around. Hopefully this counts as sharing it around, so I can add some tea bags.
Oh yeah, let's hope so.
So,
Let's see. I mean, there's obviously there's no guarantees at all, but it'd be interesting to see if it changes. If not, at least people know about it, and they might think about it over a few days or whatever, and maybe someone will come and sponsor you. I hope so.
Yeah.
Hold on. The money you've got is you. You've had to pay yourself. Bless you. Bless you.
It's if you don't get any sponsorship, they can't send you the box. Obviously, you need to cover the
Of
cost
course.
of that
Oh, right.
minimum.
That's the minimum
So,
cost. Okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
think
So at the very least, if you had no sponsors at all, you've paid for your lovely rice and lentils for a week.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't cost them any money. That's my main concern.
So this is run. Who's it run by again? Russian chat.
Concern worldwide.
Okay. I've
Mm.
not, and you've done it for 3 years. You said.
Yep, this will be my third time doing it. Yeah. So,
Well, I wish you. How hard is it?
it can be tough, very tough. The coffee and sugar are difficult. A lot of people recommend kind of detoxing the week before so that you're ready for it.
Oh yeah, the idea of suddenly
so-
not having tea or coffee for a week. I can only imagine
Yeah.
headaches and that, and
Exactly.
getting a bit snippy with people.
Yes. So yeah, that's really the biggest endurance challenge for me is the coffee. I could probably manage without the sugar, but the coffee, that's hard. Oh, it's always hard.
But it's definitely for a very, very good cause.
Mm-hmm,
And did I see they raised 16,000 last year? Was it 16,000? Let me just scroll back.
I haven't checked.
I think I saw that. No, this year 16,815 this year.
Oh, so far this year.
So
yeah.
far. Okay. I wonder how much they did raise last year or whenever.
I bet it's on here somewhere.
Probably is. So, can I ask any particular reason why refugees?
Well, I saw this online. I think I found it on Facebook originally, and I saw what it was for, and I just thought this is something that's worth doing things for. I like, I also, I have a thing about helping with stuff like that. We even started our own food bank in our block of flats for people that might need something.
Wow.
So there's like a food bank box downstairs, and so it's just, I like to help people. I don't like the idea of anyone suffering or going hungry or not even being able to wash their hands. I mean, it's rough.
Yeah, of course.
So, we're talking about sort of Syrian refugees and people all over the world, really. There's loads of refugees.
And this one is targeted towards the Syrians, is it? At least this year? Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be a point of very, that's one of the most difficult areas at the moment is Syria. They do work around the world, but of course it all depends where the biggest problems are. They try and, target in a do it all in a targeted way and make sure that it goes to the people and not the government, really. Because that's when things go wrong. And
I see there's some stuff there, particularly about the corona. I hadn't looked at this page before. Coronavirus pandemic has been catastrophic for us all. They've been forced from their homes, especially vulnerable. Yeah, of course. I presume they're all crammed together in crap conditions as well.
Exactly, and there are several families in a tent and things like that. They just don't have the means to keep themselves safe in the first place. So it's especially difficult for families that are already homeless, effectively living in squalid conditions and having to rely on handouts. I mean, it's kind of like no one wants to live that way. It's not a choice.
No.
No one wants to have to leave their home and live in a tent and rely on charities. But
I see. £340 can provide COVID-19 kits for 10 refugees containing hygiene items to protect them against the spread of COVID, including face masks, soap, hand sanitizer. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, I see. I saw mention of Jordan. There's Bangladesh, South Sudan, Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's all too much of this in the world, isn't there?
It's incredible. There's a lot of information on the website. It's quite overwhelming.
So if someone, let's say, if someone decided, look, no, I don't want to sponsor Andrea, but I want to do it myself, is it still open for people?
It certainly is. Yeah,
Okay.
anybody
Okay.
can join. And if the dates, the 13th to the 19th of June, don't suit you, you can have a chat with them and sort out dates that do. So it's very flexible. But the main page, the Ration Challenge page, which I'll chuck in the
Yeah.
chat here.
Yeah.
You just go to that
Well,
and
hold on.
sign up.
You won't be able to chuck it onto the stream, but
Well,
I'll pop it in
yeah.
there. Rationchallenge.org.uk.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go there, you join up, and if you want to, I've got a team as well called Starfleet Replicator Rations.
I was going to say, I did see the mention of Starfleet. I was going to ask you, what on earth is the connection?
Okay, so like, there's often when something really big goes on in Star Trek, they sometimes get stuck somewhere,
Yeah.
and they have to live on replicator rations, and it's like, the equivalent of sort of, it's a similar thing to this. It's all very basic. It's just enough to sustain you, and that's all. So I'm a big Star Trek fan, so I came up with the name last year, and I used it again this year because it just, I don't know, it just seemed like an interesting way of doing it. And sort of there's a little blurb here, it's almost in character. So like, an engineering crew is stuck on a planet of refugees and must survive on meager rations for a week. Can you help them by donating? So it's just to try and inject a little bit of
Absolutely.
something into it,
Can I ask how many have you got in your team? And by the way,
no one at the
no
moment.
one.
I'm
Okay,
all alone.
okay. So you're
if
trapped
anyone wants
alone on
to
a planet.
join-
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, Andrea. What about some of your friends out there watching a stream from Second Life? What do you think they might join you? And a big hello to all you guys from Second Life. Why don't you get in and sponsor Andrea or join her? It makes sense.
Yeah. Sailor, Crixus, James, my husband, and
Hi, James.
Sylvanus. Those are all Second Life names.
Okay. And your kids, will they be watching this
yeah.
or watching it tomorrow maybe?
I think they might be watching it now in my thing, streaming it together and watching it together. So,
but is it bedtime?
Well, for Sailor, it's like early hours of the morning. For Crixus, it's what's the time now? It's
9:30
lunchtime,
here.
So they're like, it's Canada, Australia, and America.
Oh my goodness!
From so
spread around then.
Yes, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All my friends live in Narnia or some such place.
Narnia.
Yeah. It's a Second Life joke because everybody in Second Life is so international in there.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it, and at one time I thought, I'll have a crack at that, but I never did. I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
And it's finding
a lot
time.
Of fun.
I'm sure it is. But like all these things, if you're gonna get good at it or get addicted to it, you're going to be spending a lot of time doing it, and I don't have that time. Blue Feather says they used to play Second Life.
It's not a game, you don't play it, it's a life. You just offended me.
Them's fighting words.
It's a 3D world built, maintained and lived in by the people who or built and maintained by the people who live and play within it. You can play games within it, but it in itself is not a game. It is a Second Life.
Is it like some of the things? Can you end up trading and doing stuff and cash out to real money?
Yes, you can build things in there and
sell them,
and then get and take the money out. There's an exchange rate and everything. So you can earn real money if you become a talented builder or someone who makes clothes. Clothes, I think, are a particularly good area if you're into sort of that sort of thing.
Otherwise, you're wandering around naked, aren't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Everybody needs clothes. In most places you go, they're going to want you to wear clothes.
This is true. So just looking over my shoulder, Mrs. S hasn't come back yet. Yes. I'm interested, people. Please still keep guessing. It would be interesting to see how close anyone can get. Yeah. Have you ever done anything like that, Andrea?
Spent something and not told.
Not that in particular, but spent more money than perhaps you could really justify on something that you probably don't need, but you just wanted. And
admittedly, yes, I signed up to an Eagle Moss collection. An Eagle Moss collection. So they send out like a magazine or a book with a part of something, or with a model, like a Star Trek collection or something.
Yeah.
I started one for my husband for the Back to the Future collection, and I worked out how much it will cost when it's done, and it's a lot.
Yes,
it's a lot.
I remember seeing
1,000.
Yes, I was going to say a few years back I worked out the cost. I forgot what it was. I think it was a little something like a Ferrari Testarossa or something. You could buy these little bits, and the first one was about £5, and then a regular price of £9.99 a week or whatever.
Yeah,
and hold on, with that many episodes or whatever you want to call them, that's £850.
Yeah, exactly.
I could buy a drive in a real one for that.
Build your own one to scale.
Well, yeah. Actually, I did hear about it, or see there is stuff on the internet about a guy who built one from spare parts over the years in his basement, and then they had to dig down the ground and take the wall out of the side of his basement to get the vehicle out.
That's funny,
isn't it? That's quite cool, though. But I bet he didn't do that with a magazine.
No.
Yeah, a cheap magazine. Oh, I've got a couple more guesses coming. Let's have a look at these super chats.
Oh, yay.
Just refresh, which is always a bit of a pain. I must try and get that fixed sometime. So where were we? Right, Tusk for £2 says, did you buy Apollo space program tech? I'm going to give you a clue in a minute. I didn't buy any tech of any sort. General E. Shady, Australian $2, 1,000 condoms, and a year's subscription to Playboy. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all, General. No. An Irish Dublin girl, good evening to you, for $20 US. Thank you, Irish. Woohoo! I'm off today. Can drink beer today. Ha ha! Pint. I think their smiley faces are starting to go skew with. I'm not surprised. Well, you enjoy yourself, Irish Dublin girl, and thank you very much for the US dollars. I can deduct that from the cost of what I spent and tell Mrs. S. No, I didn't quite spend that much, did I? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, Crafty Keeler. Are you still in the room, Keeler? I have actually just sent you a message as requested. A handcrafted sword? 100 more $20 super chats and the problem solved. Well, that's very kind of you, Brian. You can do them in 20s if you want, mate. Crafty Keeler, are you around? I did send you a DM. You wanted to come on the stream. And, you will. Good. Yeah, you enjoy yourself, Irish. Definitely. Crafty Keeler wanted to come on. I won't say why. Maybe some people can guess. Can anyone guess that? Is it a glove from a NASA spacesuit? Now that would be cool.
Oh, that would, wouldn't it?
But, I see where you're going with that, because I said there's only two. Nice one. I do like that. Lateral thinking there. Yeah. The second largest ball of twine. And a set of Spock's original ears. Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because, I would have quite a time justifying. Look, Mrs. S, I spent $1,000. Oh yeah, on what? On these. These are Leonard Nimoy's. What's the word? Not synthetic, but prosthetic ears for Star Trek. Do you think that would go down well? I don't. That would be cool, though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
No. I bought myself a space. Yes, it is. But a SpaceX Virgin Galactic trip around the moon. Well, Blue, I might have done that, but $1,000? Where am I going to go? In the luggage compartment? I am not going to get very far for $1,000, am I? No. One of Pamela Anderson's breast implants. I'm sorry. Oh man, has anyone got another 1,000? And I'll give them to Mrs. S. Don't tell her I said that. Don't tell her I said that. Oh man. Yes. Oh, Brian Pop Robson. Yes, that is news, isn't it? Mr. Expat Taffy. The brilliant Expat Taffy is now really X. He's the Expat Taffy. His channel has gone, deleted. It is demised. He's gone to meet his maker. Yes.
Yes.
A full-size TARDIS, £1,200, made to order. That's a bargain, isn't it? I'll tell you what I have got. About 6 years ago, I downloaded, and I've still got all the design plans to build myself a Dalek. A full-size Dalek. I have the specs, all the measurements, so I should do that. What do you reckon?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, isn't it just? But do you know what? If I did that, I could not use that to make any money. BBC don't mind you making them, but the only thing you can do with them is charity work, which I suppose is quite a good thing.
Slap one of my stickers on there, and off you go.
Yeah. Yes.
Stick a ration challenge poster on it.
I'd forgotten about that. Do people think I should consider making a full-size Dalek? It's one you can get inside, and depending how you do it, you can have a voice changer in, motor and whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That
although I could be
fun.
I could then try and take over the world, although I'd be defeated at the first curb I came to, or step. But never mind. Right.
Don't they fly now?
They
thought
do.
They could fly now.
There was one. I remember that. That was going back a few years. Ha! They've run up steps. They can get away from the Daleks, and then they just started floating up. Oh no. Yeah. Yes, Expat Taffy is pushing up the daisies. He has gone to meet the quite invisible. If you hadn't nailed him to the YouTube, he would be pushing up the daisies. The Expat Taffy. Yeah. Oh, Mr. X, Mr. Y would rather build an R2-D2. Well, yeah, but Daleks are so cool. So cool. Look, Crafty Keeler's there. Would you stay in here, Andy? Or have a chat with Crafty Keeler, and then we'll see where we go to?
I'll stay around, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Oh, and General Shady, Super Chat $2. Thank you, General. Said it's broken him with the 1 of 2 in the world. More clues, please. Well, with the one of 2, I'll try and be a little bit more explicit. There were more of them, okay, but I believe that these 2 are unique. They are different than the rest. That's why. So, yeah, it would be. I'm being careful. Yeah, so there's more than one of the object in existence, but only 2 of them are quite like the one I've got, as far as I'm aware. Okay, right. Let's get in Keeler, because otherwise you're never going to get round to that. Hello, Keeler. Hello, Keeler.
Hi.
I was going to say, have I got a nice little cuttlefish for you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm very, very good.
Good. So, are you going to tell us what is your secret? What did you want to come and talk to us about tonight?
Well, okay. I don't like putting up videos and stuff when other people are live, but I did just drop a video, and it's not my first time to drop a video during your live stream, because this time last year, exactly this time last year, to the day, nearly to the time, was my 1-year anniversary on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
But you just put up a video.
So,
you just clashed with me.
Well, it's not the first.
Not the first time, no. No, it's never the first time, is it?
I'm remembering a year ago today. Yeah, a year ago today, people were demanding that I put up a video of the goats just to get started, and I did during the live stream. So it kind of fit. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you are what?
No, I just I kind of had to do it just during the live stream just to say I'm 1 year on YouTube.
That's all right, Keela. That's all right. I just take a cut from your advertising revenue, okay? It's all right.
Absolutely.
Don't sweat it. But 1 year, I can't. Yeah. And so, from starting scratch on one of my how many did you get during that initial live stream? I can't remember.
I think by the time we'd finished, I had about 80 subscribers.
80.
Wow.
80 during my live stream.
Yes, it was incredible. It was incredible. I had hit 100 by the time I woke up the next day.
Oh, that's actually not be funny. That is a really nice start. And can I ask, what are you on now? 1 year today later.
So right now I am on 1.4 thousand or 1.44 thousand.
Congratulations.
So it's been a crazy year, incredible year.
Oh, David Oliver. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I misread it. I thought it was with regard. I don't wish to change the subject, Keela. I thought it was a question or comment aimed at you, but it isn't. Oh, or maybe it is. Would you get a Gaelic Dalek eating garlic? Thank you for the super chat. A Gaelic Dalek eating garlic. That was easy for me to say, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do they eat? That's the weird thing. That's the funny thing.
Well, they must do.
I just noticed there in the chat, Hads put up goats and then basking sharks. Yes. Hads came onto my goat video that I put up midstream to show people that I was serious, that I would set up the channel. And then said, no, we want basking sharks. Where's the basking shark?
Oh, yes. Oh, and second best Bob. Thank you, Bob. Just super chatted £5. Oh, got off the screen. I got a notification from Crafty Keela, so I'm going. That's all right, Bob. You go over to Crafty Keela. You just left all your money here, mate. Thanks, Bob. No, I'm genuinely pleased, Keela. I really am. You know,
I can't believe it's been a year. I really can't.
It's one of those things. I mean, when I look back, I think how many years before I started my channel did I think, do you know what? I wouldn't mind starting a chat. I might start a chat and just not doing it. And then one day I just thought, oh, sod it, I'm just going to do it. All I had was my webcam, which I've still got. I replaced it. It broke with another £15 identical webcam. So that was my mic and camera, a desk lamp for lighting, and the free, Movie Maker that comes with Windows. That was it. And I did my first video. It's a bit embarrassing when you look back at it, but there you go.
I recorded mine on my phone.
Yep. With your internet.
And that was it. That's all I had.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, does it? And the thing is, once you start, isn't it addictive? I'll just switch off.
It is. It's not even that making videos, because making videos can be so challenging and trying.
Yeah.
But it's the community around you. It's the people who believe in you. It's the people who support you, who are there every live stream, who are there in the comment section, who actually really genuinely care.
Don't they just?
And I do want to take this opportunity to thank every single person who still watches the videos, who still comes along to live streams, for allowing me to be part of your lives. It's just incredible.
You're absolutely right. And I've just had a super chat for £3 from Mr. Channel Right, or Mrs. Channel Right, sorry, but from Channel Right, saying absolutely nothing. So thank you, Channel Right. So there's just some support there. Appreciate it, I really do. But you're bang on right, Keela, because, I remember right from the beginning, people I was connected with were Logical Troglodyte, Jutt Monk the Drunk Monkey, Dick Dawson, and the rest of the shills that were in the shills at that point, and still in touch with them. And, just so supportive. And it is a case of paying it on. I hope. Yeah. I mean, you don't owe me anything for that, but my hope would be at some point someone's going to say to you, "Oh, Keela, do you know, I was thinking of starting a channel," and you'll say, "Go on then, look, I'll help you. I'll recommend you do," and you'll get them going.
And actually, I have.
Well, there you go then.
What's remarkable?
Yay.
There have been people like the swordsman that myself and the lads from the Beardsmen helped set up and encouraged to set up. And so, yeah, it is about paying it forward. And what's great is I've kind of taken, myself and Stephen Couple have kind of taken a leaf out of your book, where what we do with Life on the Flip Side, it's kind of a relaxed discussion and chat to get to know the people who are around us. So what we do is half an hour before we finish Life on the Flip Side every week is we have a spot the goat competition where people can spot the goat. And if they spot the first person to spot the goat is our guest the next week.
I got you. So it really is a totally random guest.
Yeah.
I like that.
And we just get to know people. Then.
I haven't got any goats, so I can't do that. So just going back, I see Blue Feather asks if I bought my wife a shrubbery. I would, but I don't know a shrubber called Roger the Shrubber. And someone asked if I bought Neil Armstrong's spacesuit. Now that would be cool, wouldn't it? Just.
I think you'd have to pay a lot more than $1,000 for that.
Well, will you lend me the rest then, Keela?
No.
Oh.
I can't.
I thought you liked me. I know it cuts, it burns, Keela, it burns.
The reality, it burns.
Yeah.
Oh, how many flirts have said that?
Yeah. Oh, FE Peer Review says STST was a great help to him when he started a channel. Absolutely. Yeah. It is a great community, isn't it? And without wishing to sort of yah-boo to the flat earthers, there's very, very few problems in and amongst our community. It's not 100%. I mean, there's occasional things, but next to nothing really. And yet you see the flat earth community, because they can't agree even on a model, whereas we at least all agree on the exact model, so that helps. So they're fighting and arguing, is there a dome, isn't there a dome, is it universal acceleration, is X, Y and Z? But whatever it is, they end up arguing and they stab each other in the back. How many of those have we seen?
I've spoken to people about this. I've spoken to Conspiracy Cats. I've spoken to Seek Truth, Speak Truth, and a few others about this. And I think what we were talking about is right. A lot of the times, for the scientific community, for our community, any ally is going to be pushed and encouraged and helped. And I mean, the amount of help that I got when I set up, because I didn't have any software, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But we see each other as more help against people who would take advantage of vulnerable people. So that's why we exist. And the more people who want to do that, the better, because it takes the load off of us as individuals. Whereas a lot of the flat earthers and the conspiracy channels, they see each other as competition. So they're literally trying to tear each other down so that they are viewed as the individual that stands above the rest.
Yes, we're all individuals. I'm not. Well, look at
it's very much like that.
You're all unique, just like everybody else.
Absolutely. Look at Nathan Thompson, and Austin Whitsitt gets it. He certainly bloody got it then, didn't he? Left on his own with a camper van that needed repairs because Thompson ran off with the money. Nice one. Nice one, Thompson.
So they see each other as competition instead of allies.
So, Andy, I didn't ask. Please forgive me. Do you have a channel at all?
I do not.
You
no.
don't. You don't.
A bit like probably a few people, I have thought about it, but I wouldn't want to be on camera. So
that's okay.
I would then need to come up with something to put up on the screen, and I have so many different interests. I'm not really sure what I would want to do either. So.
And that's absolutely fine. I'm not trying to persuade anyone. It's just if you were saying, do you know what I was thinking about? I'd say, yeah, go on, do it, and whatever. But no, absolutely. So I mean, I'm presuming, but I don't know. I'm presuming you're globe side rather than flat.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Oh, hang on, you're talking to me, or
I am talking to you,
sorry.
Andy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a Glober, obviously.
But,
I mean, you know, I say that's obviously. I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan and all that, so you know.
but I tell you what, Andy. Even if you were full on flat earther, I'd still be happy to have done what we done tonight, talking about your ration challenge thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that should make no difference.
I agree. Yeah, I mean,
had
at
you
the
heard
end
of
the
that?
day,
Had you heard of that before, Keela? Hello, Keela.
Keela,
I hadn't.
You hadn't.
the
I'd heard of
ration
Lark and stuff, but I
challenge.
hadn't heard of that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go powered internet.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Goat powered internet.
Oh, goat powered. Ah, yes.
I have goat powered internet still, even though I'm not on the farm anymore. I have goat powered internet.
Effie Peer Review says to you, Andrea, that he's the same about not wanting to be on screen, but they found a way that works. Absolutely, because there's plenty of channels that, for whatever reason, either perhaps they're just nervous of being on cam, or don't feel they should be because of some personal reason, whether that's work or whatever, and that's absolutely fine, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
It is tempting, though, very tempting, especially if I'm doing something like the ration challenge. I'd like to make some videos about the ration challenge and stuff like that.
Yes.
I mean, I have last year. It's kind of embarrassing, but I did some live Facebook things where I had my camera facing like my ration stuff, all my food and things.
Yeah.
And I was doing karaoke to like sing for my supper, kind of thing.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not that great, but you know, I found it fun, but I didn't get any sponsors from it at all. It was a real bomb.
Okay, but look on the bright side. At least no one said, "Look, here's £5 to shut up."
Yeah, well, I was always tempted to say, right, okay, now you're gonna have to pay me to stop, but you know, of course they can just leave. So,
well, listen, it's a very laudable thing you're doing, obviously. So more power to you, and I really, really wish you good luck with it.
Thanks.
You will keep us up to date with how it goes, won't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
good.
I'll keep posting. Yeah, if that's all right, I'll post it in the thing there again.
Yes. I mean, you might need to. Excuse me. Oh man, it's not tiredness. It's. I'm relaxing from the stress, because now I know that Mrs. S isn't going to know about this till tomorrow at least.
Excellent.
I was going to say, Mr. Oakley has increased his view count. He is now at 62. Way to go, Nathan. Way to go.
Nice.
So 19.6 thousand subscribers and 62 people watching after... How long has it been running? I'm not sure. Oh, I don't want to listen.
I refuse to even subscribe to any of those. I never watch their videos. I wait for other people to debunk them, and then I watch those. I'd much rather watch.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to them.
I've just. Why should they get my support? You know.
Yeah, well, I've just got a set of links to all the channels, and I'll tell you what, I had about 60 channels that I used to regularly. Right, I want to do a video. Let's have a look what they've done, and all the tabs would open. But I reckon about 20 of those original ones are just no more. Really, 20. Some other ones have come along, but overall, the number I've got is... In fact, it didn't give me a count, I don't think. No, it doesn't give me a count. But I have lost. 62 people taking the piss. 62 mugs. Rob and Watto, I think you are both absolutely correct. And certainly I think half the people that are on there, well, half of them are Oakleyite sheep, and the other half are people going on there to have a bit of a laugh at the idiocy.
Yeah,
never mind.
I think that's all I would do. Just laugh at them.
Hold on, did Keela just drop out? Hello, Keela, did you just drop out, or was it deliberate, love? Hello?
Oh. I am back, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how you dropped out. Was that accidental?
Yeah, it's my internet. It was.
Oh,
See,
okay.
I have a new apartment,
Ooh.
and I'm just so there's parts that there's a little black spot, so sometimes it happens.
Okay. Well, these
Mhm.
things are sent to try us. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me a few minutes ago. My whole computer just completely froze up and just wouldn't do anything.
Well,
That's still hard shutdown. Oof.
just had a super chat from Mr. Mark Wagner. Good evening, Mark, and thank you for $10 US. Kudos for featuring a worthy venture like Russian Challenge. Maybe Gary Wybenga might like to join in. Can't stick around today. Stay sensible, people. Listen, you take care, Mark. Have a good Saturday evening. Do you know what? It's Saturday, isn't it, guys? It is Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Sorry.
still
Yeah.
just yeah. Couple
Yeah. Well,
more
have
hours.
yourself a good Saturday, Mark. Thank you very much for joining in. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Thanks, sir. What flavour vape? I'm on two. Always two. I've got a Virginia, which I always like because I used to smoke Golden Virginia,
Right.
and RY4. That's my one of choice. Love that. It's caramel tobacco. If you're a vapor, I'd recommend trying it. It's a nice one.
I'm back to smoking at the moment. I'm
Oh,
being
dear.
very bad, but I probably, if I do stop again, I'll go back to vaping. I do prefer vaping really, and I like you. I like the Virginia sort of tobacco.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, sweet mellow kind of tobacco.
Yeah.
So.
But the RY4. Have you ever tried that?
No, I'm not really into the sweet flavoured. I prefer just tobacco flavours.
Yeah, I know there's some really weird and wonderful sweet flavours, but it is. How do they describe it? Oh, Oriental tobacco with a hint of caramel and vanilla. But
okay.
it's a nice mix. It's not a full-on fruit, but yeah.
Oh, it sounds quite nice actually.
But let me just be clear to everyone watching the stream, I'm not trying to push vaping, and certainly no one should vape or try vape if they're not if they're not or weren't a smoker. It's for going the other way.
Agreed.
Yeah. To counter that, I am just over a year off smoking.
Excellent.
Really?
Smoking about a year ago. Yeah. I stopped smoking just before the flat earther came into my house. it was like the worst decision I've ever made. But if I knew if I could make it through that,
You can make it through anything, definitely.
pretty much.
BT Toast says vapes helped him quit. Excuse me again. My apologies. Long days.
Both times I've tried, it was vaping that kept me going through it. So yeah.
Good night, FEP review. Hopefully, I'll get a message from what's his name. He has acknowledged that. As soon as I do, I'll get your email swapped, and you can take it from there. Good night. Sorry, what were you just saying, Andy? Both times you've used vaping.
Yeah, both times that I quit, I used vaping in the end, and that was what kept me going. So, you know, it's a good way to help you quit, but you need to get off the vaping too in the end, I think.
But for those who aren't vapors, hold on, I've got. There we go. Oh, excuse me. So I've got another one. Okay, I've got an unopened bottle of this. As you can see,
right, yeah.
As you can see, or actually maybe you can't see, the level of the liquid is up to my finger. Okay, you're not going to see it because of the green screen. But what you get is you get a little nicotine shot, and you add the nicotine to it, so you can make the strength as much or as little as you want. And so the advantage is you can go onto vapes, so you're not smoking. You're still getting all your nicotine, and then gradually over time you can put in less and less nicotine if you wish until you're just using zero.
I used to combine them to do that, actually. I used a nicotine tobacco one with a plain tobacco one, and I would do the same thing, and I was gradually reducing it, basically, over time. Eventually, I was just on tobacco flavour and really no nicotine, or very little, you know.
In effect, you've basically given up. Because to be clear,
like that now. That's cool.
With smoking, it's not the nicotine. I mean, nicotine is a toxin, but it's actually not that bad. Caffeine is a toxin. It's not really any worse than caffeine. That's not to say it's a good idea, but it's not that bad. The bad thing is the 101 other things in the smoke, plus all the additives they put into ordinary cigarettes.
Exactly. And there are things that they can put in there that aren't even tobacco, like paper that's just been sprayed with tobacco.
And
like
arsenic is an additive. I mean, where would that come from?
It's like they're literally trying to kill you.
Any suggestions, Irish Dublin says? Well, Irish, I would definitely go for a box mod. And a box mod is something, I'm turning it around just so you can see it, something like one of these. I mean, this one's a new one. It's got a nice big flashy screen because the batteries will last for hours. You can adjust the wattage, i.e. how strong it is, what sort of hit you get, how much vape it produces, and so on, to your liking. I wouldn't really bother with one of the, unless you just wanted just to literally just give it a try. I haven't got one, but you know those pen vapes are literally like a pen, because the battery won't last anywhere near as long, and you'll be filling it up endlessly. But it might give you a bit of an idea, but you won't get the full-on vaping experience that you can with a box mod, because here you can have a sub-ohm burner. So rather than taking a puff, dragging it into your mouth, then inwards, you just breathe it straight in, and it's a much more smoking equivalent feeling. Okay, so if you're doing it to try and get off of cigarettes, I think you'll be more successful with a box mod. They vary in price, but if you said 50 quid, that will get you a kit, a basic box mod kit. Okay, so I'd recommend something like that if you're going to try it. And if worst comes to the worst, you've lost 50 quid at best, assuming you're happy with it. I don't know how much you smoke, but you'll be saving yourself an absolute flipping fortune, as well as being 95% more healthy than having cigarettes. No one says it's healthy, but you've cut about 95% of the risk, so that's got to be good.
Definitely, it is definitely better, safer than smoking.
And Mr. Andrea, yes, it's a 2-battery geek vape. Definitely. Well spotted, sir. How long does the tank last? Do you mean a tank full of liquid? I'd probably feel, because you used to be able to get 4 mil tanks and that would last me all day. And the government, in their infinite wisdom, thought, oh, well, let's get people to cut down. We'll do it as a 2 mil tank as a maximum. All that means is you fill it up twice as often. It doesn't stop anything else. So I fill it up a couple of times a day. The actual burner varies for people. Some people get a few days out of it. I can get a good couple of weeks out of one of these, and they're about £2 or £3 each. And a bottle this size of liquid for me is about £7.50. So as you can see, because that will last me a good couple of weeks, other people not so long, it's a lot cheaper than smoking. So definitely, if you're trying to get off you are trying to get off cigarettes, then Irish 100% definitely would recommend a vape. Okay, and if you're used to smoking a reasonable amount, I would start with quite a strong nicotine level, because you can always look at reducing it over time. Okay, good luck. Let us know how you get on. Magic Productions loves me. Thanks, Magic. That's nice.
Adorable.
Isn't that? Hey.
Oh.
So if Mrs. S is really pissed at me, there's still someone who loves me. Thanks, Magic. Oh man.
Well, I did want to say, I loved the little video that you did with Arnie.
Oh, did you?
That was ridiculously cute.
Yeah, but you know what, Keela? I did that as a YouTube short. Okay, so it has to be filmed in portrait. Great. It says that you won't get monetized from it, but it offered that as an option, so I ticked it. But I don't think it's appeared on the YouTube Shorts. I'm going to try actually switching off the monetization, see if it will suddenly appear, because I thought that might get an awful lot of people at least to look at my channel. No, not interested. But I thought that could be.
You could definitely try it.
Hey, incoming vape juice sponsorship, Mr. Sensible. I thought you was off at a party, sir. Go on. Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I'll tell you what, I'd happily endorse a vape sponsorship. I'm not angling for that, but I'd happily do it because I know so many people who have stopped smoking because of vaping, and a lot of them have then stopped vaping. Not all of them, but yeah.
It's curious. It's if only we knew somebody here in the community who actually has a vape shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anyone, I'm afraid.
Not Mr. Sensible's dad.
Yeah.
Or wait, or are you the dad? I can never remember. Which one is supposed to be the dad?
He's like the strange uncle who sits in the corner and smells a bit funny, really. But actually, that's a good call. So Irish, give Creaky Blinder Creaky Blinder a shout and see if he can give you some advice, because he's got a vape shop.
Oh, well, there you go. See,
More Arnold says. More Arnold, says Gary Isle of Wight. Oh, do you, Gary, now you're in here? More Arnold, sir. Is that what you're saying?
You need to unmute yourself.
He probably doesn't realise he's in here
yet. He posted that and ran away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Run away.
We always need more Arnold.
Oh, the bard says...
there we go. Now you can hear me.
Oh, hello, Gary. You are here.
Mr. Sensible. Hello, Crafty Cooler. Hello, Andy. How are you going?
Hey.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. Not seen you for a little while, sir.
No, I have this condition which means I need to sleep an awful lot.
Okay.
Chronic fatigue. So I'm normally in bed by about 9:30.
Oh man.
And I wake up tired and start yawning. So
yeah.
It sucks.
Goodness.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're around tonight, Gary. And can I ask you, do you have any tips on how I should break the news to Mrs. Sensible?
About...
Oh, you haven't heard?
I only just got it about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me put this to you, Gary. Okay. You put yourself in the shoes of Mrs. Sensible. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Mrs. S. I just bought something today. I spent a little bit of money. I bought something on the internet. It cost $1,000. What say you?
You could always say, I bought it for you.
I don't think she'd want
it. But I'll be using it. I'm not for you, but I'll be using it.
Someone suggested quite smartly in a community post. She said, just spend $1,000 on her and she'll be happy. Well, that's good. That's good. If only I had another $1,000.
So what did you purchase?
That is the question,
Are you going to
Gary.
tell us?
No. Is it not up for grabs at the moment?
It's a secret until it arrives.
It is. Hello, Bob. Is that Bob? It is Bob the Science Guy, isn't it?
Yes, Bob the Science Guy is in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Bob pop out earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Bob the Science Guy. Hopefully I got that right. And General Shady, $2 Australian text message from the next town, Mr. S. What? I don't understand.
Send Mrs. S.
I see.
Text message from
yes.
Give her time. Give her time to calm the fuck down.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're really.
I suppose I could tell her while sat.
Say it like it is, Keeler.
I could tell her while I'm sat in the car with engine running, couldn't I?
That would be a good idea.
Does it involve optics?
Well, Mr. Bob, the blue moderator science guy, says live telescope. Now that's very interesting, Bob. Very interesting. Wrong.
He does this from time
Wrong.
to time.
Sorry, wrong, but very interesting. Sorry, who does this from time to time? Me?
Oh no, he does streams.
I know.
With his telescope.
Yeah.
Sorry. You thought he? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, he was I think he was suggesting that I might have spent the money on that. I think, but no.
Did Bob remove the NASA programming from the telescope? I wonder.
I don't know. I don't know. I went to, I think it was a science museum in London when I was a kid, and they had quite a big telescope set up, and we were talking about it, and I said, I bet I can see the moon, and I looked, bloody hell, you can see the moon, because they'd stuck a picture of a moon at the other end of it, which I thought was brilliant. Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, so anyway,
telescopes.
We've changed the subject, and I still don't know quite what. A rocket, says Dave. A rocket.
Right.
No.
Here's a question.
Okay.
Is it anything to do with clothing?
Why? Why clothing?
'Cause I'm curious.
Come on, girls like clothing.
Is it something to do with clothing?
What? So I could say, look, you always told me I'm not fashionable. I'm making an effort. Is that where you're coming from?
No, I'm genuine. Actually, what I thought was maybe he brought an actual hazmat suit to show Nathan Thompson what it looks like. But
Oh, right. No, I didn't know about his hazmat suit. Yeah.
duck suit. No.
I see.
Duck
Yes,
suit?
Thompson. Sorry, I was getting muddled up with Oakley then for a second. Oh
God no. Ooh, you don't want to mix them two up.
no. I don't know if you guys can read it, but I was doing some research earlier. Can you read any of this that's up here? That'll be interesting. Not on this little screen in Discord, you won't. But
No, I can't see it.
no,
No.
Hold on.
it's been up there the whole time.
Not with my googly eyes, anyway.
Was it a willy warmer? Says David Oliver.
No.
No.
That would explain why it's so expensive.
Yes,
though.
it would, wouldn't it? Thanks, Andy.
And
Thank
why
you.
there's only 2 in the world, because there would, you have to have your own, unique.
Are you going to dig a hole for yourself here, or?
I'm gonna shut up now. I don't want that picture.
I see Riley equals twat. Oakley is not. Yeah, we'll get demonetized if I actually.
That's
Say
nothing
that
more
word
than research. You see, sorry, I'm looking at the camera. Nothing more than research. You see, I've got a big board. I've got a big board where I do my research, and that's just research that you. I've doxed my research. Sorry,
Did you say board?
a whiteboard.
Research.
What?
Is that a?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is that a high IQ research?
It's only one tab. Only one tab, I'm afraid.
Yep, high IQ
Yeah.
research.
Yeah, only one tab.
The real high IQ research.
Yeah. Oh look,
Um.
got my patch there as well. That's where it lives.
Yay, patch.
Patch.
Hey,
Yeah, where's my drawing? Where's my drawing? Where's
It's up
my
there.
drawing?
See?
And
Can you
did,
see it up
did you
there?
ship the original drawing off to Keela yet? That's the
No.
question. You haven't got it?
No.
Oh, he's reneged on it.
I've reneged
Not
on
even
nothing.
tried.
What? Hey, Keela, what did I say to you after that stream? I did say, did you want it? Didn't I?
Yeah, and what did I say?
Fuck no.
Not even.
No.
Don't even.
What did you say then?
I said, of course.
Wow.
I absolutely want it.
Well, you'll have to. If you. Oh, I will happily.
He's gonna tease me with it now. He's
No.
gonna make me fucking earn it.
I'll let you. Oh, no.
You
Oh,
gotta
God.
earn it,
Dance for
Keela.
us. Dance for us. Keela, you're doing that on camera, really? You're doing that on camera? Shall I put this onto the stream?
Yeah, go on, put
Oh,
it
my-
on stream. Let's have a look.
Blimey.
I dread to.
No,
think
I can't
he's
put that on
found-
stream, Keela. No way. No
They get
way can I put that on
demonetised,
stream.
definitely.
Yeah, and everything. Rob Slide
Yeah,
says the
you-
best way to tell Mrs. S is from a distance with a loud hailer. Yeah. In orbit,
Yeah.
in a spaceship, in orbit round the planet.
As you
Preferably
go
a
away,
different planet.
Once you're on Mars.
So you're still not going to reveal what the grand was spent on then? Is that absolutely out of the question?
Absolutely out of the question.
You're a
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If he says it and she watches it
Does she
before he gets
know?
a chance to actually tell her about it,
She doesn't
She
know.
knows.
he will be killed.
No, listen, she
break the news gently so she doesn't break his head.
Yeah, Gary, she
Quite
doesn't know.
violently.
Okay, what happened was I found out about this as a possibility last night, late last night while I was in bed. This morning, I gave Mrs. S a lift because she was going to visit some family, and then I came home and bought it.
Do you know what she's going to say when she finds out?
No, I
She's
don't.
going to say, "You are walking on thin ice, my pedigree chum." And
Thin-
when it breaks,
thin
I
ice.
shall be under there to catch you.
Thin ice. Oh, General E. Shady for $2 suggests that it's Trump's spare hairpiece. Someone else did say space memorabilia or Elvis's spare wig.
Or CC's clip-on hairdo.
Oh, it could be, couldn't it? Could be. Maybe. So
Tumbleweed.
I love what Bob the Science Guy has to say. Remember, Mr. S, when it comes to dealing with women, you can be right or you can be happy. The choice is yours.
Yes.
It's true.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Bob, me and Mrs. S used to be happy, although not at the same time.
I was going to say, you used to laugh, but not at the same time.
Exactly, yeah. Oh dear. I've got a month, Mr. S, or a few hours if Mrs. Sensible will watch this stream. Yeah. I don't know if she will. A babelfish.
But here's the thing.
That would be cool.
If she does, it's not going to be tonight. If she does watch it, it's not going to be tonight. You're grand.
Yeah.
So you can tell us and you can tell her in the morning. You're grand.
Deny everything, Baldrick.
Yes, definitely. Oh dear.
Do you know? Actually, do you know what you should do? You should have done. You should have told someone like Colon or myself to say, "Oh, I bought this," and then so people would know, but it wouldn't be obvious that you had bought it. So if she was watching this back,
I like that.
it would be a wonderful.
Well, that's a cunning plan, as long as she doesn't see my PayPal account. Irish Dublin girl for
Change your password.
Irish Dublin girl for US $10 said, "Need more hints." Oh man. Well, I said, I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about I believe there's only two of them. I do believe there's only two of these things exactly like they are, but I don't think that would help anyone. I think it's fair to say that it's extremely rare. Okay, I have said it's historical, and I've said it's way cool. What else have I said? Sorry,
Hen's teeth.
It's a coin.
A coin.
Or a medal, or something like that.
Hey, I just thought I could say to Mrs. S, you know, you were asking me what I wanted for my birthday. Yes. Well, I was thinking of a so-and-so. Oh, that's a good idea. Good, I bought it. That's not bad, is it?
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's a win-win situation.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Tusk, when my partner and I have a disagreement, we compromise and do things my way. It's worked out so far.
That's how it works.
Yeah, well, me and Mrs. S have generally come to an understanding that she's right and I'm wrong, and that's the end of it. There we go. Yeah, Rob Fowler says coin.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Now and again, I have to admit that my husband is right, and he always wants it in writing.
David Oliver says it's black and white camera for Mage 3. Did you know that chuff nugget, that blithering idiot, big pig slapper oink? I don't know if you saw that, where I went on with Fight Flat Earth onto Big Pig Slapper Oink's channel for a debate. It was about 2 a.m. my time. He booted Fight about a dozen times, and then all of a sudden it went quiet. Hold on, he's booted himself. He managed to boot himself from his own stream. Yeah.
He had control of the channel.
Yes, but I've been having words with him because I've been trying to get him to come on here to have a debate. And he's been messing around and saying, "Oh, I wouldn't want to come on there because you're just making money. I'll come on there if I get half your super chats and that." And I said, "No, it doesn't work like that. And I don't think people who super chat me would be happy with their kind donations going to you." And I said, "How about a neutral channel? Because then I won't make a penny." "Oh, well, they'll be making money." Can't win, really. And he kept making excuses after excuses and saying that he'd been debunking me and I'm busted and I've debunked Mage. And then he called me a liar about half a dozen times, and I kept calling him out on that. And then he said, "I've lied about Mage 3. What? What do you mean?
Well,
he said, "You said Mage 3 has flown. You're a liar." What? What? I haven't even decided what Mage 3 is going to be, let alone is it built and flown. And that's him. Called me a liar and debunked me. And then, so I called him out on that, and he just blocked me. Idiot. Idiot.
Yeah, standard MO, really.
Good evening, Gary. Hey, Gary.
Hello.
Gary, totally your option. Did you want your camera streamed?
If you like.
Because this will be interesting. Let me just check. It won't work.
You want the,
Yeah, I'm testing out a couple of these things.
I am an ugly bastard, so mind your monitors, folks.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to try and set this up. I mean, I would normally be doing this. Is it this one? Would normally be doing this prior to stream, but it's just a nice chance to add a new source. See if I can get this. I'll call it Gary, just so I don't get
confused.
Confused, yes. So where am I capturing this from? From Discord. Okay. Good so far. So what I'm going to try and... Oh, God.
I'm sorry about the lighting.
Oh, hold on.
And the multiple bottles of alcohol in the background. But
no, that's quite all right. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Do you know what? I think I'm going to get this.
Turn mine on to see.
Oh,
so
no.
you can try out your
let's all get on here.
screens.
Well, give us a second. Let's see how I get on with this, because hopefully,
Oops.
if I can get this right. Oh, blimey, I've got to resize after this before I even start.
Basically, what you're saying, wait, what you're saying there,
Is that
Mr.
Andrea?
Sensible, is you tech as well as Cat does.
No, I can tech all right. I can, but this is doing...
As well as cats.
No.
Cats can't tech.
Hold on.
No,
Excuse me.
that's the point.
Let me just lock that. And there you go. How's about that then? See?
It'll be about 20 seconds and I'll be able to see it on the stream.
Oh, you should be able to see it in... Yeah, or you could see it in Discord.
I can see it in Discord. But
Oh, right, yeah.
stand by, folks. This is going to be shocking.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do is... sorry, let's just see.
Mine as well, if you like.
You want to come on as well, Andy? Okay.
Go on, let's do
Oh,
it.
blimey. And if I get this in one
I'm gonna go on
format...
camera, so
No, that's all right, Keela. Window capture. Actually, I don't know if it's going to let me capture the same thing again. Let's give it a try. So this adds source. No, that's the wrong one.
I'm slightly back to front, but...
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, on Discord you will be.
On the stream, I'm back to front.
Right. Because I appear to me on Discord back to front. Let me just try and get Andy on here. Window capture. Add a source. It's a new one. Called Andy. So it's actually going to capture the same window, but then I just got to grab a different part of it. It's weird. So that's Discord. Cursor off. Okay. Right. So I've got to do the same again. I've learnt a bit though, so if I do a lot of resizing before I even start. Boom.
It's all good practice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I actually don't look too bad, so I'm happy. The room's quite tidy. Ish.
Well, look at my background.
Well,
There you go, Andy. Ta-da!
Now you're on. Hurrah!
Wow, look at that. Now, the good... Actually, I'm just going to move you aside a bit because I'm just going to make that window a bit smaller because what I should be able to do, having done that, I should be able to copy the camera. This will be interesting. This will be the test. And we'll go on to... This time we'll put you in a different position there. Oh. God, where you gone? Sorry. Oh, this is all very boring, I should think, for everyone else. Sorry, people.
We need to get a hashtag. Yeah, we need to get a hashtag going in the chat. Hashtag Mr. S can't tech.
Can or can't, did you say?
Can't.
Can't?
Hashtag Gary Isle of Wight can't look good. That'd be better.
There you go. There's a different view now. So I'll just try and get Gary on there as well. Where are you gone, Gary? Let's grab Gary. And if we get you on this one, blimey. So yeah, I would set all this up beforehand, really. So paste that in. There's Gary. Oh, where's he gone? Where you gone, Gary? You've gone behind or something.
I'm still here.
Right. I've got to resize you again because you're gonna go in one of the little windows now, Gary.
Hurrah! So Andy's got the big window
For now. And there you go. You're in the little window. And then what I should be able to do is the same again. God, this is hard work. So let's have a quick. So we got just me. We got all of us the same. Oh, sorry, I haven't done it. Let me transition across. We got just me. We've got all of us the same. Then we've got it with Andy in the prime position. And what I haven't set up yet is Gary in the prime position. And I can flick. I will be able to flick between all of them. Has it been to the moon, says Mr. 42? No. They're still trying to guess. Right, so let's get this last one set up, because then I should be able to flick between all of them. So this time Andy's going into the little window. I'll leave myself exactly where I was, because that doesn't matter. Oh, come on, unlock. Unlock already.
This is too funny, I'm sorry.
Why is it funny? Why is it?
It just is.
I'm sitting here rolling a cigarette in the corner like some kind of naughty schoolgirl. It's quite funny.
There's Andy. This is the last one to do then. I think this is not bad, Keela, because considering I'd not done this before, and it is...
Looks good. If you're able to cut it closer, you could with me. I've got a lot of background.
Yeah. Well,
if you wanted to, I'm just saying, kind of options-wise.
I probably won't muck around with that tonight, but or at least I might do while we're still talking. Just getting Gary.
I feel bad smoking on camera, but I guess vaping. Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's
Is this your first time on camera, Andy? Is this your first time on camera?
First time on a live video on here on camera. I've done sort of live videos on Facebook, but only sort of to raise money for the Ration Challenge. I did a bit of karaoke, but I didn't have the camera pointed at me. I had it pointed at like stuff to do with the challenge.
Okay.
Not, I talk to my friends on camera.
Oh my goodness, he's put me on big screen.
Yeah, so
look, there you are.
Right, so now what I should be, and I know that they're not all lined up perfectly, but I should just be able to switch between whichever one I want, just like that. Not bad, eh? There you go, Keela.
That's pretty good.
That is, you know.
I think that's not bad. Oh, and there's another format one.
Cleared us off.
Yeah, well, that's another format one if, I want to prime myself over the guests.
Of course.
But there we go. We're all equal. We're all individuals.
Yeah.
I think mine's a little smaller. Maybe we should put a little Keela down there with at the bottom with a goat. Watch
a
out.
tiny little Keela.
Yeah, just a little
as an
icon in the middle of her. Little tiny icon.
Oh, I will just check super chats because there was one I missed. Beg your pardon.
Yep.
Let's go back a bit. Oh, there's a couple actually.
I have like 3 screens, so.
I need to get my second monitor set up. I still only have one at the moment.
Oh, I've got a new one here.
I can't.
Oh, actually, yeah, I can show you. Hold on, because I can nick that camera a second. Oh, see?
I should be getting a new computer built.
Hold on, let me get myself onto. Oh, we've got the green screen.
Nice.
There you go. So there's my main screen that I'm broadcasting from. There's the super chats, and there's a 24-inch screen there. Sorry, the green screen's on it, but this is the first time using that setup live. Because I tested it, I nicked a monitor I got from work just to test it a few days ago, and it all worked. So there we go. I bought one, and that was with funding from patrons and super chats and whatever, for which I'm grateful. Thank you. So it does make a difference. So super chats, the Snark super chat, €2. Thank you, Snark. Saying it's Bob Nodell's gyroscope. He's lost a lot of money on that, hasn't he? He's lost a lot of money, bearing in mind I think he spent 20,000 to start with, and then we had
Dream Geostationary.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. I think you just got caught out, didn't you?
Oh,
he's run away. He's run away again. Okay. The Bard super chatted $20 US. Wow, thank you.
You scared him.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just going to enlarge that because I don't see it all the voice. The Bard, $20 US. I figured out what was bought. The complete, unabridged, and unapologetic works of the Klingon Prayer Bible. Kapla! That would be all right, wouldn't it?
Not Vogon poetry, though.
Oh, no. Not turgid gabble-blotchets, thy micturations are to me was it turgid gabble-blotchet on an alleged be. Group, I implore thee, foont thy turling drones, or I will rent you in the gobberwarts with my glurgle truncheon. See if I don't. Something like that, wasn't it? That's not bad, was it?
It's pretty good.
Bravo.
There were some errors there. But errors. Now Pinion super chatted 59 Swedish krona. Thank you, Now, and big hi to Little Miss Now. Here's what you need to do. First tell her you spent $10,000. After the initial shock, you can calm her down and say it was only $1,000. I am that smart. I'm going to try all of these plans and see which one wins.
I do want to reach out. Now Opinion was on my stream last night. I had a live stream with Mr. Clapperjack about Belarus, and Now Opinion was in the chat, and he was just absolutely fantastic with a lot of information. So thank you, Now Opinion, for being in the chat.
Shall I let you into a secret, Keela?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you had a stream going last night. I jumped in, and I saw Now there, and then I jumped out again.
Did you lurk?
I lurked.
Oh my gosh. I'm shocked.
Keela.
Not even a hello.
Keela, always watching. No, I was just. It was quite late, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah,
it started at 11 p.m.
Yeah, I was literally flicking around. Oh, Keela's got a stream going. Had a look. Oh, Now's in there, and you're talking about the Belarus stuff, and but yeah, it was late, so I didn't say hello because I didn't want to get caught up. You know how it is. But how did it go? All right.
It was fantastic. It was very good. There was people there that didn't know much about it. There was others that were very skeptical about what was being said, which is always good because you need to challenge what you believe in. So so I do Ion Society every month. Next month I have Sable Eagle and Faux Hammer coming on.
Yep.
To talk.
Sorry, you're breaking up a bit, Keela. Kick the goat.
Gun control and what it would be like. Yeah, it's my internet again. Yeah, kick it or keep it. There we go. Yeah, so I do it every month. Next month I have Sable Eagle and Faux Hammer coming on to have a realistic chat about gun control and what it would actually look like. Instead of the buzzwords that you always get, I want to take the buzzwords and the sting out of the discussion and see what it would actually look like to have gun control in America. Yeah. Or if it's even possible.
Well, I think
that would be interesting.
Yeah, I genuinely think it's a fascinating topic, and I would sit down with anyone and talk about it, not to argue a particular case, but just to talk about it. And I really can see, and I genuinely can see pros and cons from both sides. I genuinely can.
Exactly.
I do have a
presenting the middle ground.
Well, I do have a personal opinion, which I certainly won't share on this channel. And the sad thing is, I know that many people, we could sit and chat and argue from this side or that side, and they'd be fine. But then other people get upset by it, and I don't want to do that. And that also curtails me. For instance, let's say you've got that stream, I could come on, I'd be happy to chat on there. Unfortunately, then, it's a bit difficult. So I've just had to make a rule for myself. I don't actually go into anything political on any.
And I think
channel.
a lot of creators are like that, but the community that I've seen, they kind of want that content because there's nowhere else that they can actually have these conversations that they don't they're not either told what to believe and what to think, or they don't know whether or not what they're being told is kind of neutral. And so what I'm trying to do as a sociologist, I have a master's in sociology. So as a sociologist, my job isn't to tell people what to think, what to believe. My job is to provide the facts that we know and allow people, because I do believe people are intelligent, allow people to take the facts and decide where they stand on those facts. So that's my job. That's what I do.
Yeah, well, good luck. And when is that going on? Because I'd certainly be interested to. Oh, I've just seen it's the
It's because you added a new person, so you need to now reselect.
That really screws things up, doesn't
You
it?
have to rearrange everything now, Mr. Sensible.
Oh,
that's
a nightmare, isn't it? Look at that.
That is a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, because what I'd like to do is take each. So what I'll do. Thank you very much, guys, for coming on camera like that. I'll just go back just to me because that. Sorry.
We'll just turn them off now.
I don't mind. Leave them on, turn them off, whatever. But what I'll do is I won't run it through the broadcast now. I'm going to have to think of a neat way around that because that really does knacker things up. But then, as I said, the reason I've done this layout is because I was asked to host a debate. And with something like that, I'm going to have a fixed number of people in a room. And actually, even in this room, no one else can come in unless I pull them in. But under those circumstances, if it's a debate, there won't be anyone else coming in. So that's not a problem. But it'd be nice to find a neater way of doing it. Interesting. Good evening, Mr. Snark.
It does that too, though, isn't it? Good evening. That in the middle of a debate. And sorry, I just spoke over.
No, actually, I go on. Say again, please, Andy.
No, all I was saying is you wouldn't want that to happen when you were trying to start a debate. So now you know that's what would happen if you added a new person.
Yes, it would definitely be a case of being pre-set up for 2 or 3 or however many people and stick to that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
That's all right, no worries. And Snark, how are you, sir?
Oh, very good. We just had a very nice message from Bob, the science guy, about what he did on Brandon's stream, and I need to find that. So I'm happy, but that's otherwise, well, okay. It was a nice day here and getting along nicely, so I'm good.
Good. I'm interested in finding out what Bob did on Brandon's stream, but actually, Snark, I've got an apology to give you.
Really?
Yeah.
What for?
Well, for those you don't know, Snark has done my new live stream outro song, in case you missed it last week, and that will be playing again tonight. Now, what had happened, Snark, is I had shown you the outro stream prior to or the intro. What's it? I showed you the intro and told you I was doing an outro, including a message saying, thanks to Snark and Henriette Hamer. Is that how you say it, Hamer? Hammer, okay. And I'd rendered that video. Then I decided, I'm going to put the background slightly different. Re-rendered it and didn't notice because the machine had a crash. I recovered and I didn't notice it lost the thanks. So that went out without the thanks. I have rectified that. So tonight it will have the correct thanks at the beginning. Okay.
Well, very good then.
Good. So if anyone hasn't seen that and you're around at the end of the stream, I'd recommend watching the outro, listening out closely for the lyrics, but the full lyrics are on the Snarks channel. It's called Mr. Sandman. No, it's Mr. Sensible. Mr. Sensible. Yay!
Yeah, that was very well done.
Wasn't it just?
The harmonies are very good in that.
I loved it.
I took a long time to correct that because I found a score somewhere and it was not what I liked. So I had to sit down and correct everything where I thought it was necessary. But I'm glad I did that.
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to type. My mic's in the way. Rob Fowler. Good point, sir. Yeah, there must be a neat way of locking things in some way.
Yeah,
I'll have a think of it. It'd be good if I could take each feed to a separate window, and if that one went, I'd just show a black window. That would be fine. But having it or maybe you can pin things; they don't rearrange. There is show non-video participants. I don't know.
And by the way, did you miss my super chat?
I thought I read. Let me just go back. It's Bob Nodell's gyroscope. Yes, I read that one out. Was there another one?
Okay. No. Must have been my mistake. Usually I have the stream on while I'm in the waiting room, but maybe I didn't listen close enough.
I definitely read that out because I said if I did buy his gyroscope, he lost a hell of a lot considering he paid $20,000 for it in the first place, and I've got a bargain. Thanks, Bob.
Good evening, secrets.
Right.
Let's put it in a bismuth case and see if it measures anything else other than the Earth's rotation. Oh, it must be the heavenly energies.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Well, oh yeah, that was part of what was happening with that argument I was having with that blithering pig slapper. Oink. Because we said about Bob Nodell measured it with a ring laser gyroscope. Oh yeah, well sure he did. Well, no, it did because the laser and the interference pattern. Well, a laser. He said, well, the reason that shows a reading is because of moisture, and moisture bends laser light.
There's something wrong with that laser.
Yes, but yeah. So we didn't get much further, and I tried to explain that the laser is inside a vacuum inside the ring laser gyroscope, and he said, "What do you mean? It's in a building? What? In a vacuum tank in a building? How's that going to measure space? What the hell are you talking about? Ha! You're debunked, you liar."
You cannot possibly be that stupid, can you? Well, he
can. He can.
And like the good Christian that he is,
a lot of
he
practice.
threatened me. Like
the
the good Christian that he is, he threatened me with hell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was so quick. He's so quick to call me a liar because he said, "You're lying about Mage 3." I said, "What are you talking about? I haven't made Mage 3. It hasn't been flown. I'm not even sure what Mage 3 will be if there's a Mage 3, and I've never claimed it's flown. So what are you talking about? And so how about an apology for calling me a liar?" So he blocked me.
Here's the thing. If he does unblock you, because he did say earlier that he wouldn't go on a channel that would be monetized or whatever, because then they'd be making money. My channel isn't monetized, so if he really wants to have a discussion with you, if he's not enough, which is not, you are more than welcome to come onto my channel. I am a fair moderator, as I've proven a few times on different debates, so he's more than welcome to come onto my channel.
Well, I did say to him,
I will vouch for that. She is a fair moderator.
Yeah. Well, I did say about modern day debates, and he said about, well, they're making money. I said, yeah, but I'm not. But he said, why would I go anywhere that you recommend? And anyway, we've got nothing to talk about you because I've debunked. He actually said, I've debunked your Maggie. He kept on about Maggie, Maggy.
Oh, Maggie, I wished I'd never.
Bob Nodell's gravimeter, yes.
When you deal with such levels of ignorance, just getting your point across can be nearly impossible because you have to dumb things down to a level where it's ridiculous levels of explanations.
I know. This was not him misunderstanding. I mean, because none of us have got full knowledge about all sorts of things. I might know a little bit about telescopes, but not much at all. And I'd be willing to learn. I'd be willing to be put right if I've misunderstood something. But this guy doesn't understand English. I'm sure he doesn't understand English. He types. He literally types with a southern drawl accent. And it'll put so if he was saying if I went to the shops, he'd put ifn, IF''N. You just typed extra letters to not speak properly.
That's where do you even start?
I don't know.
This is what happens when you dip out at third grade, isn't it?
I don't think he meant. Well, I'm toying with the idea, because I can no longer respond to him, I'm toying with an idea of doing a little video, because there's a couple of things of his that's particularly dumb, and I want to take the mickey a little bit and point out something that I think is actually not good at all. I don't know, because he's so stupid. He wouldn't understand it anyway.
I think I pissed off Dell too, because
No! Where's I want some news in the chat.
Mr. Sandman video.
You did what?
Oh, everything froze.
Yeah, that was weird.
Go on, Sark. What did you do on him?
That was
Okay. after I did the Mr. Sandman, Mr. Sensible video, he commented in the comment section, obviously, and he said something like, "Oh, Mr. Smarty Pants, why don't you come and debate me on my channel?" And I said, "Well, okay, maybe you could unblock me first. But you know what? Come to Mr. Sensible's channel, because there we don't block anyone, even blockheads." And then he deleted his comment.
It's stand. I was in a chat on a stream with Playing a Walk 2 or 3 nights ago, and Gary Why Bother was in there. He came in, yeah, and he was going on, the normal sort of horse shit. And I said to him, Gary, I said, "Do you know how far away the moon is?" "No, nobody knows how far away the moon is." "I know how far away it is." And Planar said, "Oh, I know what Gary's going to come up with now. He's going to, the Earth Moon Earth thing on VHF, bouncing radio waves off the moon, like, something I've done in the past."
Yeah.
And he wouldn't talk to me. He ran like the little bitch that he is. "I don't want to talk to you. I'm talking to Planar Walk." But he came into the conversation, and he would not talk to me because he didn't want to hear the facts.
Yeah, he does that to me too.
It sums it up perfectly.
But that's why like to get into a debate is not to I know different debunkers do things differently, and I'm not criticising any individual one, but not to deliberately try to embarrass or make someone look stupid, but to put them in a position where they have to listen to some evidence and either genuinely try and explain it away or look silly. Then that's their choice. There's nothing wrong with someone saying, "I didn't know that." That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
It's being willing to learn, isn't it? It's being willing to take on new information
to be
and
open-minded.
Yeah, exactly.
And they think they're open-minded, but you give them some rock-solid evidence. And I've done Earth, Moon, Earth on radio many, many times, and I've worked through amateur radio satellites many, many times. And it's not a difficult mathematical thing we know the speed of light. You time how long it takes before you send your call sign to when you hear it come reflected back. You can work out the distance. It's simple.
Wow.
And he wasn't having any of it.
No,
it was
It sounds like a cool thing to do, actually. I like the sound of that.
It was fun, yeah.
Well, I think I might have said either on a community post or somewhere that I might have had a particular guest coming tonight. It hasn't worked out through nobody's fault. I was going to have Rad Vlad on here, no less.
Rad.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I tell you what, we had a very, very pleasant and polite email back and forth. Extremely. I'm going to give
He's
him,
okay, isn't
yeah.
he? He's not rabid or stabby.
No, I'm going to give him absolutely 10 out of 10 for that email conversation. He has had apparently had some PC problems that he's getting sorted, and he said he probably or might have his PC by tonight, but then he wouldn't have enough time to set up and grab his evidence and whatever. And that's cool. That's absolutely cool. So if you're listening, Vlad, I totally understand, because he said I'm still open for some other time. Yeah, we'll keep in touch and we'll arrange something. So thank you, and that's good.
Speaking of flirts, I see one in the chat. Multi Tom Tom is in the chat.
Yep.
Oh no, mini dinner.
I got it.
Sorry, Gary, have you got loudspeakers on?
I do.
Yeah,
I've got the sound right down, but do you want to put headphones in?
If you've got them, yeah, because we're starting to get the sound back through it. Thank you.
I noticed that noise cancelling thing's gone from Discord as well, so just give me 2 and I'll put some headphones on.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, right. We have Dr. Bob. You're sat in the chat. I did DM you. Maybe you're happily. Sorry, in the waiting room. You're happily chatting away there. What's this? Seek truth, speak truth. I hear away from your streams that you, Mr. Sensible, are one of the best debaters going, along with MC Toon, and will give people a fair chance to state a claim and be cordial. Well, thank you, ST.
Agreed. It is true.
TSC,
Well,
yeah.
thank you. And being compared to MC Toon, I find quite humbling. And if I was to choose another debater, who would I either most compare myself to or would most aim to be like? It probably would be MC Toon. I'll tell you what, if I know you've probably spoken to him as well. and probably you have as well, Keela, as another in the community. He is such an incredibly nice guy. He's one of the nicest guys I've spoken to.
I don't think I've ever been on a stream with MC Toon, actually. I've spoken to him on Facebook a few times. Like, I've chatted with him a few times. He is a nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would either if I was to compare you, which I don't like to do because everyone is very, very different in their styles. But it would have been either MC Toon or Cats. Because it's having the discussion. It's the discussion that matters. It's listening and understanding.
MC Toon can be absolutely brutal, though, in such a nice and polite way.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the thing is
what I like.
The thing is, if you're having a discussion, you're listening, and they're listening, if you can show them the evidence and then they still reach the point that they're denying what's blatantly in front of their face, they've made themselves look like an idiot. I'd rather give them enough rope to hang themselves. But as I said a few minutes ago, I am not knocking other debaters or debunkers, whether it's from the point and laugh through to the rip them to shreds. There's a place for all of them, But that's just where I am.
What makes me chuckle is these idiots are more than happy to come on to a live stream where there could be 300 or 400 people watching and just make complete idiots of themselves and demonstrate to everybody what complete idiots they are. I mean, I wouldn't have the nuts to do that if I was an idiot. Or maybe I would.
Well, I think they're too stupid to realise, though.
As John Cleese said, the problem with stupid people is they are so stupid they don't realise how stupid they are.
Yeah, that's very true.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's... they did some kind of scientific thing about that, and literally that is true. The people that are like that are so stupid they think they're perfectly fine, whereas those of us that are willing to listen, we are willing to learn, and we will acknowledge our ignorance and learn from it. And
a perfect example of stupidity is in the chat at the moment. Multi-tom-tom, radio waves bounce off the dome.
That's nice, Tom-Tom.
I do wonder how far up their dome is, but I will actually, myself and Conspiracy Cats will be doing a two-parter on this very topic.
According to my calculations, Keela, it's 238,000 miles up.
But myself and Cats are going to be looking at the Dunning-Kruger effect and the imposter syndrome to give a better explanation as to what actually happens.
Check out Professor Dave's rebuttal of the what they call them, Globebusters. He's got you've seen it, the Dunning-Kruger effect thing all the way through it. He puts on there with that cheesy music in the background.
I've seen a beautiful girl.
I mean, the aim is to do two different videos, one on my channel, one on Katz's channel, looking at imposter syndrome and explaining imposter syndrome, because a lot of people don't understand what imposter syndrome is, and also explaining fully what Dunning-Kruger is, because we know a lot of us know the broad strokes of what Dunning-Kruger is, but to kind of get into it is a little bit fun, what the study actually did, what they found, so we're going to get a little bit more into that.
Well, can I ask you, when you're doing that, Keela, can you go down a little sidetrack on behalf of Planner Walk and find out what Dunning-Kruger is? He's always going on about Dunning-Kruger.
And Giganto, he didn't know what it was, and he read it off the screen somewhere, and he talked about MT stupid. Yes, where you were.
And of course, there is our wonderful multi-tom-tom who said he'd debate anyone and was accused of full Dunning-Kruger, and he said, "Who's Dunning-Kruger? I'll debate him as well." Oh, Tom.
Whoosh.
Look at the side chat now.
Just saying, he's put in the chat, tell Mr. Dunning-Kruger to contact me.
Well, Tom, I said to you,
has to be a Paul.
Tom, I did say to you, Tom, that I know Dunning-Kruger, and I would arrange a debate. If you are still up for it, then email me. The link's in the description, or come onto the Discord. I know you're not so keen on Discord. Come onto Discord just to send me a DM, and we will set up a debate. Okay, you can pick the topic, I'm sure, because that will not be a problem. And I will set it up a live stream debate. I will be a silent moderator just to make sure everyone gets a fair chance to talk, and we'll see how you stack up against Dunning-Kruger, okay? You contact me. I will arrange that.
I'd like to see how he stacks up against me. I'd love to debate him.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fantastic. That would be a debate, wouldn't it?
In fairness to you, I don't mean to be bad, okay? And don't take this the wrong way, Multi-Tom-Tom, but the only debate you're going to win is probably with the mirror. And even that is not guaranteed.
Bernie!
Oh.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Right, I have to go. I have a friend doing a DJ event in Second Life, so I'm going to go and join them.
Well, listen, Andrea, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed for joining us tonight. And I'm just going to drop your link once again. This is Andrea Clark's doing the Ration Challenge this summer. Have a look at that link and the site as a whole to see if it's something that you feel you may wish to support. Because I'm sure that if anyone from here does decide to support Andrea, I'm sure she'll be very grateful.
I would, absolutely. I've been occasionally posting the link in the channel through the whole stream, so hopefully...
I'm surprised you can. I'm surprised you can.
Only on the chat on YouTube, you know.
Yeah, but I'm surprised because I thought, unless someone has enabled the link, something like that. But
it doesn't necessarily. I don't think it turns it into a link, but you can copy and paste it.
Oh, I see.
Guess. I'm guessing we can anyway.
Okay. Well, I've just popped it in. I'll pop it in once more anyway.
Thank you.
Is he related to Freddy Krueger? I don't think so, Bob. I don't think so. But that would be fabulous. I mean, Tom, that would be a real show. Okay. I'm totally up for it. I'll tell you what. If you do, Tom, if you do that, right? If you agree and turn up for a debate with Dunning-Kruger, okay, topic your choice, I will donate any and all super chats to a charity. Okay. All right. You can't say fairer than that. I mean, what do you think, guys? Do you think you should go? Should Tom go for it?
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
He should, but he's not smart, so he won't. Sorry, it's too easy. It's too easy. I'm sorry. I'm being mean now.
On that note, I'm going to head off.
Okay. Thank you once again, Andrea. Good luck. Good luck with your challenge. All the best.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
Andrea, Andy, whatever, it's fine.
I stumbled a bit there.
No worries. Thanks.
Later.
Bye for now.
Bye. And I wanted to also bring in a couple of people. We've got Nimrod and Mr. 42. How are you guys?
Hello.
Hello. You'll have to forgive me. Have you been on the channel before? 42. Sorry, 42. Yeah, it's 42. Have you been on the channel before on the stream?
Not on the stream here, no.
No, I definitely haven't.
Right. Sorry, I'm just adjusting volume. There's two different people talking there. 42.
Yes. Good evening.
Hello, and Nimrod.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to knock your sound down a little. You're nice and loud. Excellent. How are you two guys, anyway?
Doing fine. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
As always.
Oh, good. Any ideas about Mrs. Sensible? Oh man,
I don't have much of a clue. I have not been able to follow the last 15 minutes though, because I was in the other one and I couldn't hear the people otherwise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on something, and right now Mrs. S doesn't know, and I think I'm in trouble when she does.
It's probably best never to tell her.
That's somebody's background again.
I think you should make a confession video and send it to her when you're not at home.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, is it? That's not bad at all. Someone's got a radio playing in the background or something.
Nimrod.
Somebody does not have headphones on.
I have headphones on, but I just remembered to mute my iPad, which had the stream.
The stream. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We've all done it. Far be it from me to criticise someone else for sound issues. Oh, is Tom still kicking around? Yeah, Mrs. S finds out Mr. Sensible go boom boom. Well, that's probably true.
What he just wrote.
Yes. I can vouch for Mr. 42. He's an okayish guy.
Yes.
He doesn't know me very well yet, but he will.
He is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So he's
that's
okay
true.
guy.
That's true.
That's indeed the reason behind the name.
Yes. But what did Magic Thighs and Vroomfondle think of that?
Well, hello to the boys. It's now 11 o'clock for us, Mr. S, and it is Easter tomorrow. So I do want to wish everybody, happy Easter. I do have to get up early in the morning because I have to go over to the brats. Now that I'm not living in my mum's house, I have to actually travel to see her and my niece and nephew and my sister. So I'm going to hit the hay. I'll be listening.
Oh,
so thank you for having me on.
Very welcome.
Have suitable amounts of chocolate, Keela.
I have a lot of chocolate. We're not going to get into that.
I hope you got some scotch as well.
Well,
no, not
Keela,
scotch.
I want to say congratulations on reaching 1 year, and you may have many more.
Thank you very much.
I hope you keep growing at the same rate, and I hope I keep well ahead.
She's very well spoken for a 1-year-old.
Well, again, thank you to everyone who has supported my channel. There is a lot more to come.
Oh.
We are going to have a celebration between yourself, and the other two lads who are on the stream with us and started our channels on the same day, which is PhD Tony and Huge Arse. As far as I'm aware, that's happening on Monday.
What?
I think that's happening on Monday.
Oh, that should be fun.
Hold on, Keela. You can't just spring it on me. I was asking about the date. Now you're telling me it's happening Monday.
We said this like a week ago.
I know.
You haven't been paying attention.
Oh, you little liar. You just wouldn't let it lie. When was the last time? I'm trying to find the group. I can't even find the group in the list. I said, let me know.
Yeah. I think it's Monday. I don't know. I'm so confused and I'm so tired at the moment. I've been working very hard. I've been working 10-hour shifts, so it's just
Listen, get together with them and confirm possible dates with me, because that was the last thing I think I'd gave several dates. And I'm not heard anything back.
But then you haven't been paying attention to the room.
I don't think I've had any more messages. We'll see. Well, look into it and get back in touch soonest, yeah?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. And thank you so much. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for having me on that night. It definitely changed the direction of my not even my life, but like just I've met so many people. I've had so much help out of this community, and I'm happy to be here. I really am. So thank you.
Very welcome.
Crafty Keela, just remember, don't eat any of the chocolate eggs the rabbit lays.
No.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
That Daniel Pratt lays. Did you see that?
No.
On flat dirt.
Flat dirt.
Take care, guys.
Okay, thanks, Keela. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I've seen we've had a few comments in the chat. Monochromatic light source says Mrs. S is seething. Yet she will be. Mike M suggests, Multi Tom Tom suggests a blow-up doll. Well, listen, Tom Tom, whatever floats your boat, sir. But no, I've not ordered a blow-up doll.
That would certainly float.
Yes. 274727, hello, pal, says, is it a custom voodoo doll of Nathan Oakley? Interesting. And a set of pins. 6-inch nails, yeah. And it's a me Mario Rui. I'm not sure how you say that. Tell her and face the consequences, or tell her and run for the hills. Yes. both good suggestions. Although I don't like the idea of telling her and facing the consequences. That's
Or don't tell her at all and say it was a gift.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah, because someone said, is it a gift for Mrs. Sensible? Well, if it was, it wouldn't be a problem, would it? She might say, oh, you shouldn't have. But don't worry. But since it's not for her...
But anyway, Mr. Bob, the science guy, disappeared. But shall I, in short strokes, tell everybody what he did? He was on Brandon's stream,
right.
And he showed, or must have been the after show, and he showed the satellites on his new equipment. So let's say the geostationary satellite, and it was right on Brandon's stream for them to try and deny, which they couldn't.
Oh wow! Oh, that is good, isn't it?
Oh, that's priceless. I have to find it and then find the timestamp so we can play with it a little bit more.
That sounds brilliant, doesn't it? But that's what I was talking about. Present them with evidence that they. I mean, like when I was doing the debate with Mitchell from Australia, I mean, it was the discussion about 2 points of stellar rotation, and he danced around it for ages. I think it was about 15 minutes, and I actually, in the end, said, look, I'm holding your feet to the fire. What is your explanation? And he paused for a second and said, sorry, I don't have an explanation for it. Which, you get some respect for that. You know, okay, fine. But
well, yes and no, because what Rachie, for instance, does is when she's cornered, which happens all the time, then she goes and says, "Oh, it must be something else."
Yeah,
I'm sort of done
she's got to get out
because I'm planning to do a Rachie compilation this Thursday, and it won't be nice.
You got to put it to music, Snark.
Oh yeah, sure. No, because I did various songs, and I'm going to do it in the order where at the end she's still a flat earther, because that's what she is. She wants to be a flat earther, and that's that. She's so convinced that it must be flat that anything else fails. So as soon as evidence stares her in the face, it's run away. Okay, well, so be it. Goodbye.
Typical MO.
Yep.
2747 asks if it's a very expensive rubber duck. No. And someone asked again, is it something that's been to the moon? No, it has not. The object I'm buying has not been to the moon. Okay.
So we asked it again.
When are you going to reveal this to us, Mr. Sensible?
Well, I've got to take delivery first, shoot a video with a reveal of what it is. Then there is something else I need to do with it, and then I will do release a video. And I'm honestly, genuinely, really excited about it. Now, other people might be just as excited and understand why I'm excited about it when they see it. Other people might say, oh, is that all? It doesn't interest me. And that's fine. But I'm genuinely excited. It's something I never, ever thought I'd be buying. But we got a Mr. General E. Shady in the room. Are you there, sir?
So Glass Monster got his way.
What?
Hello, my friend.
Hello, General. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad. Having a few issues, but not bad.
Okay, well, whatever it is, and I'm not prying, I hope it's not too serious, and I hope it gets sorted, okay?
It's pretty serious, and I'd like to ask you a favour.
Okay, I tell you what.
My mum's not doing very well, so I'd like to shout out, if I may.
You want to shout out to your mum? Yeah?
When I sit here at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. after being up all night and I'm watching your live stream, she often pops out, because I'm her carer, she often pops out when she gets up in the morning and says, what are you doing? And it might be, if you give me a shout out, it might be good so I can show her and say, here, this is what I do.
Mrs. General E. Shady's mum, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. General E. Shady watches my streams, which is always a pleasure, and he has mentioned you to me before, and I hope you're doing well. So I'll say a big hello and welcome from the United Kingdom to you, down under, Mrs. General E. Shady's mum.
Where in Down Under are you, Mr. General E. Shady?
I'm on the Gold Coast.
Oh, okay. I lived in New South Wales for a while, so...
You poor bugger, you can't win them all.
My daughter lived in Newcastle for.
That's where I lived. Newcastle.
Okay.
Merryweather.
And I've just seen Glass Monster super chatted $2 Canadian saying, "Bring on General E. Shady, thanks." Done.
Yes. And I think he's still sitting in the side there going,
Excuse me.
Yes, Mr. Sensible, just as an aside, you were talking about vape liquids earlier on.
I was indeed.
I am using a smoke something or other. It's quite small. It's not as big as the ones you got. But I have a vape with CBD called Sweet Fruits.
Well, this other one is a smoke. It's my older unit. It's falling to bits. The button falls out and so on. But that's smoke. But CBD, that's what's the name oil, isn't it?
That is the stuff that isn't quite the illegal substance from the certain something or other.
Sure, you mean THC.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
THC is the stuff that makes you go all.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not legal. Where I bought
but isn't that the one that's caused problems with? I do not have full knowledge, but isn't that the one that caused problems in the States with people, or was it with the dual cartridges or something with that sort of stuff in that caused the deaths a number of months ago?
I haven't heard of that, but when I bought this when I was home in the Emerald Isle, they were saying it's really quite good for people with like depression and anxiety and stuff like that, which is why I bought it, obviously.
Okay.
And it's all right. It tastes nice too because it's sweet fruits. But the funny thing is, it says it's 50% vegetable glycerin and then 50% propylene glycol, and then there's a whole list of other things in it, which is more than 50%.
But I think that'll be the base liquid, PGVG. I forget which way it is. I think I prefer more 70-30 PGVG, but most of them are now either 50-50 or they're 70-30 the other way. Because, looking at this, VG-PG, 60-40, so yeah. I prefer it the other way. If it's too much of, which one is it, VG, then it starts to make me feel sick. Don't know. Yeah.
Really? I've never had a problem with my 50-50 mix, but I just noticed now reading the list of ingredients that it says may contain traces of nuts.
Ah.
I can't read mine. The writing's too small for my dodgy eyes. I think it's 70-30.
I don't know about
any. I'll just go back to smoking my nuts here.
Apparently, at one time you could get a bacon flavour, which I don't think I'd have liked to have tried.
No, we know what country invented that one.
Bacon flavour is only for bacon.
Oh, Glass Monster just said that in Canada, weed is legal there. Yeah, it is in more places across the states, isn't it, as well?
Oh, Glass, yeah. I'm from the Netherlands. Thank you.
Yeah.
I bought my Smoke V8 in Canada, actually, and they were explaining to me that by the next time I returned to Canada, I could legally buy THC vape oil. And, that was a while before COVID came along, so I haven't been able to go back yet.
Well, weed is legal anywhere as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Keith Newton says he's vaped for 9 years. I probably vaped longer than you then, because when I started, they were the ones that actually looked like cigarettes. The whole idea was that they looked as well. And inside there was a little coil, a little amount of sort of fluff stuff, like you get inside a pillow, sort of that fibre. Mm-hmm. And you could put in 4 or 5 drips, and it would last about 2 or 3 drags, maybe a little bit more, and then you'd have to top it up again.
Yeah, they were crap, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But it was an amazing thing. It was an amazing thing.
And they then used to glow red when you sucked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
they looked real, but that was about it.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to get over the psychology of people trying to get off cigarettes. So getting the psychology of having something that looked like a cigarette and had reduced nicotine in it.
Felt like a cigarette.
Yeah, felt like a cigarette, looked like a cigarette, didn't do things like a cigarette.
But the good thing was you
But it still was a duck.
You really could use those anywhere. In talking about the UK, you really could use those anywhere because it was not smoking. I used it in shops and all sorts. I had people ask me, and I was able to say, no, it's not a cigarette. There's nothing burning there. And that was always interesting because people had never seen them before. I'd had them within months of them first coming to the UK. But when I tried to use one in my local pub, what's that? Because, you can't smoke in here. And I explained, they said, well, okay, yeah, I can understand. But the problem is other people might think, oh, it's okay to actually smoke and spark up a cigarette. So,
Yeah. I got abused senseless in a cafeteria once for doing exactly that. And I didn't even drag on it. I just had it in my fingers.
Yeah.
The psychological side of it. And these people come up and abuse the hell out of me. And I said, I haven't even taken a drag. It's just sitting here and it's not actually a cigarette. And I'm not smoking it. Oh, and yeah, Karen. The original Karen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here in Sweden, they've even banned, obviously they've banned cigarettes being used at train platforms and bus stops and the likes of that, but they also went and banned vaping machines too, for some odd reason.
What, you mean these things?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because they can.
I know why.
A lot of the younger people go out there and they do the whole drag 400,000 litres of it and then puff out a vapor cloud that'll fill the train carriage like it's... They don't just have a puff.
It's not great for other people, but I mean, at bus stops and on train platforms, I never really understood why they had to forbid the use of vaping machines.
Well, I can tell you exactly why.
Hey, here's the man.
The government loses tax, the tobacco industry loses sales, and the pharmaceutical industry loses money on patches and so on. That's why they're all against it. But here's Dr. Bob. Hello, Bob. How are you, sir? Quiet.
I'm doing great. How are you? Just got all my audio together.
Excellent. Yeah, not so bad, Bob, apart from the concerns about Mrs. S. I don't...
So, did you get that resolved?
She doesn't know yet.
Resolved?
Well, like I said, Mr. S, you just text her from the next 10.
Well, I could do. Or I could just text her and lock the door so she can't get in tonight. Because I don't know if she's...
Well, the key to it, man, is put her in a position she can't get mad. Like, one day we had a clinic and my wife was helping me with it. Had 25 patients waiting for me, and I showed up holding a puppy. What's she going to do?
Well, that could actually work, Bob. The problem is that right now we've got six chickens, a huge marine tank, a smaller freshwater tank, 2 cats, and 2 dogs. It's quite enough.
She didn't want a dog.
You don't have a bird yet.
What is she going to say? Yeah, what's she going to say in front of all those people, though? That's why you always do it in a restaurant or something.
Mr. Sensible, why not get her a pot-bellied pig?
Did we ever determine what it was that you got, that there were only 2 of?
Chops you'll get off of that in years time.
Not yet, Bob. No, I haven't revealed it.
He's being very, very snide with the clues. There's not many clues coming out.
I said that there's 2 of, and I clarified that a bit. There originally would have been a number more of. I don't know what number, but to my knowledge, there's only 2, or certainly very few, exactly like what I bought. Yes, it's $1,000. Yes, it's quite historical, and it is way cool for me, and I suspect for many others here. Not everyone, but for many.
Pinball machine.
A pinball
not
machine.
A Nathan Thompson duck suit, is it?
That would be good, wouldn't it? Oh
Yeah,
man.
my wife's wondering why I spent $200 on a chunk of the Berlin Wall. But,
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Going back in a day, I wish I'd bought some. Just to own that little piece of history.
Exactly.
You got me before when you said there were more, and now there's only two.
No. I said
then,
that there was definitely more than two of these things produced. Okay. Some may still be in existence. Maybe the majority are still in existence, but there will only be two. I believe there's only two. There may be a few more that are like the one I have bought. It's certainly extremely limited. Now I have bought this one, and I've had it confirmed that my order went through. There is only one left available.
Well, that rules out Daniel Pratt's brain cells.
Yeah. Lister's guitar, says Tatty Bogle. With 4 strings and 3 of them are G.
It would have to be something from the movies or something like that, I would say.
Yeah, quite
Throw us a
interesting.
bone there, Mr. S.
Celebrity type.
Sorry, Bob, what was that?
Throw us a bone, Mr. S.
Yeah, but it would spoil it. I mean, if I told you or gave you a good enough clue so that you sort of pretty much got it, you spoiled the surprise then, haven't you?
Yeah, well, that's what we do.
You've got to throw us a bone, Mr. Sensible.
Oh,
Come
man.
Yeah. Throw us some
on. You
capital.
can't keep us in suspenders.
What sort of clue are you after then?
It has to be one of the
A
duck
big
suits
one.
from Nathan Thompson.
A big one. Heat Shield says, am I able and willing to share the exact cost, not shipping, just exactly 1,000?
How about the order number? Then we can go and look it up.
Yeah. Actually, I tell you what, if I told you the order number, right, I'm pretty sure 100% that you stand a damn good chance of getting pretty close to what it actually is. I mean, I want to tease you a bit and give you a clue. I don't want to I don't want to mislead you. And the problem is, let's say I gave you, here you go, here's clue, and one of you guessed it exactly right. Okay, I don't think you get it exactly, but let's say you got pretty much exactly right. Do you want me to say yes, you've got it?
No,
or just ignore it and carry on.
You'll go all
deny it.
You'll go all flurf and deny it.
Oh man!
I mean, does Mrs. Sensible like duck suits?
Duck suits. Oh, well, look, my personal life is none of your business, sir.
Rubber ones at that.
I think Facty is right.
Look, now that's an interesting question. Facty says, is it something for the channel? I'll tell you what, it's something, by producing a video, it is something for the channel. And I'll be open and honest, I am able to justify it enough to the tax man to sort of put it through as an expense related to the business, because I purchased this so I can do one or more, maybe more, but certainly one video. Okay.
My thoughts, Facty. I was thinking along those lines. Great minds,
Yeah. So that's quite interesting. That, without giving a clue as to exactly what it is, it's something that I think will be of interest to people on the channel.
Trump's hairpiece.
Is it Bob's gyro compass?
Someone else said that. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you
Bob,
what. I had a look on eBay at gyro compasses. You can get some of those for quite a reasonable price. I don't know quite why they went to the $20,000 one.
It was about 8.
Oh, 8 was it? Okay. But I've seen them for.
We looked it up, and you can buy them for like 8.
Ah, and David Oliver. That's the second time you said, "Is it an alligator?" Where did that come from?
There's more than 2 alligators. I grew up in Florida. Trust me. I know about.
Does it go round or go down? Go boom boom.
Can't hit the dome.
I mean, it is absolutely true that it is historical. Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Where will it go in the house?
Well, I would put it in many rooms. Mrs. Sensible would probably say no. So it will go in this room, I think.
Is it something that you're going to frame?
Oh, man. I tell you what, if I answer that, that's going to be the last question I answer. So do you want an answer to that?
Frame. It's a photograph.
Is that going to be there will be no more answers if I answer that one?
Yep.
It's a
I'll answer it. Come on.
It's an advertising piece or a poster.
Real Cygnus says, is it Natalie's vegan dog?
It's an original Isle of Wight Pop Festival poster from 1970.
One of the astronauts' EKG tapes or the Project Diana radar.
Sorry, Bob, you are roboting. Sorry, go on. Bob, you were roboting, and whoever that was spoke when I was still speaking.
I was roboting?
You were briefly, not badly. What was it you said?
I'm thinking it's going to be an EKG tape from one of the Apollo astronauts while they were on the moon, or it was going to be a radar return from Project Diana, finding the distance to the moon.
Okay, what's I honestly don't know. What's EKG?
Electrocardiogram.
What?
They were monitoring it on tape. His heartbeat.
EKG, not ECG.
Electrocardiogram, German.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And
they're called ECGs or EKGs.
Oh, okay. I'd never heard it as EKG.
EKG in Swedish too.
Okay, yeah. Well, so Dr. Bob, you asked that question, right? So I will. No one else say anything, please. I'm asking you. Do you want to know the answer to that question? If I answer that question, I won't be going into this object any further.
Only if you send it to me in DM, so you can keep the rest of these troglodytes.
All right.
Bob,
okay.
That's rude.
Bob,
that's rude.
Bob, how about this then?
I have special knowledge.
How about then, Bob? If I send you a DM, I don't answer that question.
What's the point of the DM?
No. I mean, I don't. No, I mean that I don't talk about it on the stream, but I DM you.
No, these guys gotta know.
So as soon as I DM you, you're gonna blab it out to all of them.
Oh no!
He's gonna Twitter it out
on eBay.
Sorry.
Put it on eBay.
I've said before, not in this stream, by the way, that my curiosity cannot be bought. So no, for me that wouldn't work.
I'll give you $10.
All right, it's
sold.
Oh man, I tell you what, I'm as excited about the object and wanting to tell people. I genuinely am, as you guys might be interested in knowing what it is.
Is it a napkin that says Bartlett for America?
It says what?
It's a West Wing thing.
Oh, I don't not watched that. Is it one of Roger's mud fossils?
Oh, Mr. Sensible, this was a rare moment. It's so often that you hear a YouTuber saying something, I'm excited about this and that, in a non-excited way at all. At least you broke that record. Very good.
What? Sorry, you saying I'm not excited or I am excited?
Yes, you were. You were saying I'm excited in an excited manner. And you should. It's so often that somebody announces something. Yeah, I'm excited about this and that. No, you're not.
Yeah, no, so, yeah, I genuinely am.
Yeah, it shows. Thanks.
I genuinely am. It's just so cool. I want to shout it from the rooftops, but then on the other hand, I want to be able to do a nice reveal video. You see?
We won't tell Mrs. Sensible, we promise.
Oh, it's so unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair of me to lead you on. I know that.
You shouldn't have mentioned it in the first place. Now you put yourself in a spot.
I have, haven't
I? Yeah.
Put it in a private DM to all of us.
You were dying to tell us, really.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Sensible. Irish Dublin girl says, and I'm with her. then
It's like saying to your kids.
Tell us.
I must be
It's like
wired
saying to your
wrong.
kids, "I bought you something," and then go to bed now.
Yeah, you'll find out about it.
No,
Yeah, you'll find out in the morning. Go to sleep. Yeah, right.
I couldn't care less. It's like you're telling us that you're going to reveal it. It's good enough for me. It's not like, oh, I need to know why. I have no idea how that works.
I'm quite like you, Snug. I mean, I can think, if someone says, I've got a surprise, oh, wow, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, well, is it going to be like... But I don't see the point of, for instance, sneaking a look and finding out. I'd rather have the surprise as a surprise. As says Dave N.
I have an idea.
Sorry, Dave N says he'll be happy to wait for the reveal. Thank you, Dave. And Brother Grief.
Here's my thought on it. Here's my thought.
I have an idea. We're gonna take up the collection, pay Creaky, and he can go around and tell us.
And what's your idea, Bob?
My idea is let's let him do his reveal video while we all sit smugly realizing I was on the right track.
And
then I would have figured it out
that was
eventually.
facty.
No. When his video comes out, we'll just dislike.
Will there be a Mrs. S reaction video?
Oh, that's an interesting thought, isn't it? You'd pay money for
super chat for that one.
That would be interesting because I'm gonna.
Here's the deal. You inform your wife live, and I'll super chat you $50.
Bob, can I do it? Can I do it via phone?
No, I want her in screen.
Yes.
Yeah, live reveal.
Wouldn't that go?
I'll throw 20 on that one.
That would definitely be awesome.
Hand her a cricket bat just before you tell her.
So, Bob, when I do my reveal video, she's got to be there, at least on voice, so that you know she's there.
On screen.
She's only been on camera once at the end. Did you see that at the end of my 5K special?
Well, I'll tell you what. As a courtesy, I'll leave that between you and Mrs. S. If she wants to come on camera, that's fine.
We have to see the look on her face. I mean, that's going to make it all worthwhile.
So if I was to say, "Hey, Mrs. S," and you're caught on camera, look what I've bought. Rip, open. And when
look what I bought.
And just as she's starting to say, "But Dr. Bob has kindly offered to pay $50 to take you out."
You've got to say, look, here's the word you have to use. Look what I bought for $1,000.
Exactly.
And we need two cameras, one on her face and one on her watching you run away.
And then you better have me on cell phone so I can walk her through CPR.
Almost to go. I'll add 25 to that. Any more?
Yeah,
the thing is,
$5 now.
This is all very well, but I wanted to do a serious reveal episode video that people.
Happen.
Yeah, no, that's long gone. That's out the window. That's long gone now.
Having Mrs. S put a rolling pin into your eye socket is a pretty serious reveal.
Well, what about
reveal your hypothalamus?
What about two separate videos? Okay, what about two separate videos? An actual serious reveal. I've had this package. Open it up. What do you think of that, guys? Okay, and a separate one that's filmed beforehand, where I tell her, and that could be bleeped out what it is, but I tell her how much I spent on what. And you guys just don't hear the what. See what her reaction is.
I'll go with that.
Okay. I'll have to sound...
PM and I will do it. I will do it.
Oh, sure.
I shall have to sound... I mean, that will be... I'll have to tell her pretty quick, won't I? I'll sound her out because she's not that keen on coming on cam. The only reason she agreed to come on camera was that I finally got her to agree to come on my 5K special when I just ticked over 1,000 and she thought it wouldn't happen. but she had to follow through. She had to follow through with it.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell her pretty quick, otherwise she won't hear you from the distance you've gained as you're running away.
And can you
Well,
live
you've got to
stream from the
feed it
hospital
eventually.
Live stream.
Does YouTube allow beheading videos?
Oh man. Oh, I'll tell you what, Bob. I think that would be a fun video. Okay, I will try to get her to agree, because she'd be doing it blind. I suppose it's not live, so if she really didn't want it to be shown afterwards, we could just then chuck the footage away. But it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, to see her genuine reaction, what it's like when I tell her. And as I said, I would have to actually bleep out what I've actually bought, just to keep the secret ready for the final reveal when I get it.
I'll tell you what. During the actual reveal, you can have Arnold on screen. That'll get a few super chats rolling.
Oh man!
Tell her Dr. Bob says there's an extra $5 in it if she comes on screen.
An extra? Hold on, it was 50 just a minute ago.
$55.
She gets an extra $5 if she shows up on screen.
I'll tell you what. I will tell her. So that's a grand total from Dr. Bob of $55. If she will agree to doing for me to do a reveal to her of what I've purchased for $1,000, so you guys can see her reaction.
You got 20 from me as well.
So that's 75.
I said 25, so we're up to 100 already.
Hold on, you said 25, Snark. 25, Snark.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you're
55, Bob.
back.
Sorry, and who was the other one? General Shady was how much?
50% from the tax man.
20. So 100.
I'll send you, Mr. Sensible. I'll send you 59.6.
Guys, if I get her to agree with that, you do realise...
You better send him some checks, because he won't be getting any for 1,000 days.
You do realise, guys, that, if I'm going to say this to her, you are signing a pact with virtually the devil. Okay? You are selling your souls with this.
I wouldn't let her.
No.
Well,
$25.
I'm only signing a contract with myself then, so that's fine.
I'm good.
I don't have a soul, so does that count?
I'm fine with that.
You do realise, Mr. S, that I'm immortal.
We got Mr. Unite for the Children. Sorry.
Heaven won't take me, and hell's afraid I'll take over.
5 from Unite for the Children. I tell you what, you guys, if I can get her to agree to this video, it will say in the video, 55 Bob, 25 Snark, 20. Oh gosh, I can't read my writing now. It was the 20. Oh, General.
Shady.
Yeah, and 5 Unite for the Children.
Write me down for 5
It's
as
an
well.
expensive room.
Oh, who was that?
Mr. 42 says 5 as well.
5, Mr. 42.
Yeah, I'll sling you a $5 as well if you
Gary
do.
Holloway 5.
If you go on like this, you will have it for free.
Yeah, so it won't be a problem, will it? I spent
he'll be
$1,000 on this, but it's okay. We made a profit. 5 Gary Holloway.
I think Slurpers need to take the example of how to e-beg on YouTube properly from us.
I tell you what, all joking aside, you guys are fabulous. You really are, all of you. And that's to you guys on the stream and you guys in the side chat. Thank you so much. I tell you what, I will be telling her all this tomorrow. Obviously, I'll have to be careful. I won't have to say, look, and then I'll tell you what I spent $1,000 on, because we don't want her to even know how much I spent. I'll say that there's something I want to tell you, and these guys.
You've only spent 900 now.
These guys. these guys are chipping in all this to see your reaction. I will try, but I've got to be honest and say I cannot guarantee she'll agree with it because she's not really a person who likes to come on camera. In which case, obviously all that's null and void. So don't worry about it.
Just do it surreptitiously.
If it's a duck suit, he has to put it on.
So you're now talking about us doing it candid. Someone else filming while I just tell her and see what her response is.
Just have the computer on the background, the camera switched on. No worries, you'll be fine.
Actually,
we do not pay this money
for $1,000. That would be worth it.
Sorry, Bob, I did miss that. What was that?
No, you've got to wear the duck suit and say, "Look, do you like this? It's been $1,000."
I've become a furry.
Oh, but lay off the crazy idea.
All right,
You
guys,
don't want
we're
to
gonna
break
have
up
to
your
start
marriage.
a GoFundMe for the guy that writes up the papers for him to sign.
So Nimrod, you got a lot of background noise coming through, pal.
Sorry about that. I was just running the tap.
Yeah, it sounded like you're doing the dishes or having a bath.
Sounded like they're washing your face.
Sorry about that. I should have muted.
That's okay. Don't worry. I'll just.
You were doing O'Reilly there.
I've had a couple more super chats from Glass Monster. $2 Canadian. Mr. Sensible. Sorry, hold on. I'll just maximise it. Mr. Sensible. I'm on something new. Can I come on? And then Glass Monster, $5 Canadian. Here is another 5. Let me on there. Listen, Glass.
Drugs are bad, okay?
I think you're there under a different name. Is that?
Yeah. Is.
With the initials GG, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, Glass. I will. I'll be stopping shortly. I'm going to bring you on now. So this is a sort of 30-second warning. But listen. I'm bringing you on anyway. You and there's a couple others just for the last 10 minutes or so. But you don't super chat to get on, okay? It doesn't work like that. I know you are getting on, but it doesn't work like that. I don't need you to super chat to get on, okay? So let's bring you guys in. We'll just have a quick banter for 10-15 minutes.
Tell him that.
Yeah, it's $100 a time.
Yes, you're learning now.
Yeah,
right. Well,
we've got a standing order with Mr. Sensor, $100 a month.
Yes. Well, we got.
But you told me it was $50, son.
Special rate for you, Dr. Bob. Right. So we have.
Normally he pays me.
Sorry, Mr. Sensible. I just got to say this. OB Parker says one video for the reveal, one video for when Mrs. S turns into a Karen.
Oh, that's good. I am Karen off my volume.
Right, so we have just brought on Bard Tail and Gary L and Glass Monster. Glass, I don't know if you caught what I was saying just then. Hello?
I can't hear you.
Hold on.
How's she going today from my new contraption?
Right, Gary L, Glass Monster, you've got sound playing in the background.
Yeah, mute the stream, guys.
Say again.
Mute the stream.
Echo.
That's not me.
Yeah,
Nope.
Gary L, what you need to do, if you're watching it on YouTube, you mute that window. You can hear it through Discord, okay? Otherwise, we hear the YouTube coming back through Discord. Okay, if you mute that, then you can unmute your mic again. Cool. Hello, Bard.
Good evening, Mr. Sensible.
Now I can unmute my mic again.
Yeah, Gary, we can hear you. Yeah. Sorry, Bard, you were just saying?
It's all good. Good evening, Mr. Sensible and friends.
Good evening. I don't think we've actually spoken before, have we, Bud?
Who the hell?
Echo chamber.
Yeah.
I think that might be coming from you, Nimrod. Oh, yeah, he's just muted. Right, let's start again. Bardtail. I don't think we've actually spoken before. You've been around a long time on the streams and things, but I don't think we've actually spoken before, have we?
We have at one point or another.
Have we? Was it a while back? I do apologise.
It's all good. It's all good. It's a pleasure to be in the room, and thank you for letting me in.
That's all right. My pleasure too. And like I say, I apologise because obviously over time I see so many people, and I mean I recognise names from the chat or from comments or whatever, and then I start to forget who's actually been on. So, but anyway.
You'll receive the bill for $50 next week.
And hello, Glass.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, not so bad, thanks.
I'm coming through a different contraption today.
Well, it sounds nice and clear, actually.
I'm coming through a contraption I got from Dr. Bob.
Oh, what's that then?
One of them all-in-one computer tablet things made by Dell.
Oh, okay.
Well, be on the imaginary curve.
What, where, when, who, and
No! No!
But Dell! No!
Oh.
Although I did figure out how to get my original camera connected.
Well, I do wish that Dell would actually do some little flat Earth videos rather than 4.5 hour live streams where he doesn't really say much.
Not that kind of Dell. Dell as in brand name of computers.
Oh yeah, we know.
Not Bob Odell.
No, we're talking about Dell from Glasgow. No,
Boy.
Another one. There's another one.
Dell doesn't have a last name.
Yeah, it's curve.
I met another
Dell
another Dell on the Flat Earth server last night.
Dell.
Oh, another Dell.
No. No.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, sadly.
I was watching Dr. Bob. I was watching an older stream a little while back, and watched you eat that steak or whatever it was all over again.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was
that was awesome.
That's the good thing about YouTube. You can eat it all over again.
Yes. I did something interesting last night. I don't know. Did you hear about it?
Yes. Good. Please tell us about it. Tell us what you did.
I was on Brandon's server and I started live streaming geosynchronous satellites for them and watched them dance. And I got them to admit that there are man-made objects in orbit.
Did you?
But that doesn't prove the shape of the Earth just because they're in orbit and they're man-made.
But they admitted they were man-made objects up there.
Yeah. I was showing them to them live. You can't really deny it when I'm doing it live.
Yeah, I've heard some flat earthers say they were weather balloons, and I'm sitting there going, how the heck can you keep a weather balloon up there for, I don't know, years at a time?
Yep.
Well, I tracked them. Yeah, I tracked them.
Really good double-sided tape.
How did I find something 47,000 kilometers away, the size of a compact car, and go right to it? And why, when I turned the tracking off, did they move and the stars stayed still? But if I turned the tracking on, they stayed still on the star streak. They're moving at different speeds. Go ahead and explain that one on a flat Earth there, Sonny.
Reasons and magic.
And then we proceeded to look at a bunch of galaxies. Looked at the Leo triplet and the Bode and Cigar galaxy. And
good night, Mike.
A couple of others.
I would like to have seen that. It was on Brandon's, yeah?
Brandon's after show last night, about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I'll have to try and have a look at that. That's pretty special, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how they explain things like, you know, I've only seen the Starlink satellites, or one of the bunches of Starlink satellites once, but the very first time, you know that is not a natural phenomenon. There is no way it is. And
the ISS going over is absolutely conclusive as well. That is not an airplane.
Well,
I mean, there's no freaking way it is.
Did you ever catch my ISS video, Bob? I did a video, and it was a video, not a live stream, because I didn't have the connection. I still don't, to be able to do it out there. But in the video, I showed the time. Showed the prediction of when it was going to go over. I did a shot earlier on in the evening showing where it was going to come, because it was between Venus and the Moon. And it was going to go straight up the middle, literally vertical from my point of view. So it was a beautiful shot and easy to place, and there's no way you'd miss where it's coming. And so I went out there at the time, and then I'm filming it, saying, look, it's going to come between there and there. We're just waiting for it to go. And then it came. And we followed it up and over all the way across. Absolutely gorgeous. With my Galaxy, a Samsung Galaxy phone. It's just amazing.
Easy to do. Yeah,
there's something that I've always wanted to ask Flat Earther, and from the parents, a lot of them seem like they're generally older, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatnot. I wonder if any of these people has ever had to set up a satellite TV system.
And why do all the dishes near the equator pretty much point straight up, and the ones right into the north and south point at a very, very shallow angle?
And why does everyone in your neighborhood point the same direction?
Yeah. And would they be happy with us undoing the adjusters and then getting them to fix it themselves?
Pointing them somewhere else other than they should be.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's undeniable. This stuff is undeniable, but still, they deny.
Yeah, it was fun watching them dance last night. Brandon, I thought, was going to have a stroke.
So how did Brandon take it? Because I had, I did a
balloons,
debate
drones, helicopters on Mars. Do we not have helicopters on Mars? So therefore, there could be helicopters on Mars. They're not real. They're balloons in space. Like they had echoes. They had this thing called an Echo Star that was a big balloon in space. So balloons go into space. And Brandon, calm down.
Calm down.
Take a moment.
Yeah.
Look at the beauty of the universe. That's the Whirlpool Galaxy. Look at it. You see the two galaxies? They're gravitationally locked. And then of course, he stroked out again.
It's down to density, Bob. At the end of the day, you know that.
Oh man,
It's magic.
Oh yeah, magic.
I think it's quite
I'm
sad.
charging it and talking on it right now.
I think it's quite sad apart from anything else. Okay, so we know that a certain number of these guys are just posed. Leave them aside. The ones who genuinely believe it, I think it's quite sad that people are so...
I'm not doing anything till 9.
These people are so misled and not understanding, as you said, the beauty of what's out there that they can look at.
And they have the audacity to call us sheep.
The best one I've seen was recently was Nathan Thompson standing there watching a liftoff of a rocket and calling it BS.
Well, what was
He's
his explanation?
Standing there watching it. He said, "Oh, look, that's meant to be going 1,000 miles an hour," and he's standing, 10 kilometers away or something, watching it take off. Oh, look at it! It's not doing this. Oh, there it goes out to sea, but he's standing there watching it, and he's screaming at all the people around watching the rocket go off.
Yeah.
Space is fake. They're lying. And he's watching the rocket go. I'm like,
not realising that it weighs millions of pounds. It's not a firework.
I'm just going to step in with something right now. Multi Tom Tom, what you just said, FTFE is a scammer according to Unirock. I suggest that with regard to that, you keep it off my chat. Okay, that's an allegation made by Unirock that is totally and utterly denied by FTFE, and I believe they're going legal. So keep that off my channel. Another comment like that, please block the comment, mods. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snark's done it. Well done, Snark.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I gave him a warning before because he was calling Thakti a beggar.
Mr. S, I've got to run.
Yeah, no worries, Bob. Thank you very, very much for dropping in. You know you're always welcome.
It's all right, Bob. Mr. S will be chasing you soon.
Yeah, well, it depends.
Thanks for your contribution, and I hope this materializes. It was a great idea.
It is a great idea. And, hey, if I'm going to suffer...
What do you mean if?
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. I will genuinely make I'm going to have to tell her one way or another, but it's a question of will she allow it to be filmed, or if it's filmed, will she allow it to go out? I will tell her, but look, this is what you're getting from Bob, from Snark, from General E. Shady, Unite for the Children, Mr. 42, and Gary Isle of Wight. Okay? So she'll be chasing you for it.
But only if we get to see it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That only counts if it goes on YouTube. And if it goes up on YouTube, you guys will be named because it's a contract.
Yes, but also tell her that we have pledged this money without knowing what it is. So
yes.
It's not that we know and then we want to see her reaction. We don't know and we still want to see her
So you'll see her reaction when she knows.
Yeah, and we're putting a quality control on that video.
Hold on. I just thought of something. I'm thinking of CC and his wife. He still hasn't lived that down. So if I say, "Hey, Mrs. S,"
what do you call that bullshit?
Why should she get this money? It's my reputation that's going to get trashed.
And the best thing is, next week's videos from Mr. S are going to be made in his car.
In portrait mode.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Guys, I mean, you have offered, that's very kind, and I will try and persuade her. It may be that she refuses, and I genuinely think that she is likely to refuse because she is pretty camera shy. I was amazed that she actually came on the 5K, but she did, and it was well received. So maybe not.
If you're making your videos from your car next week, I'll raise it to $100.
Hell, man.
So it's 20 or 100. Yeah, but the thing
only if you've got that cringy look on your face like CC does.
Hello, CC, Westchester County, New York.
and you've got to yell at the guy behind you.
Yeah. Oh, crap! That yes. And then the other guy came to the window.
Hold on, that's going to persuade her. She's going to say, "Oh, good, yeah. No, you get out in that car because I want another 80."
No,
that's what she's like.
Bugger, I didn't think about that, did I?
I'm going to have to decline that part of the deal, Jerry. But it's very kind of you. I didn't
think about that, did I? That wasn't well thought.
Oh dear. Right, yeah. Multi-Tom-Tom, I don't know if you're still in here or not. I didn't notice if there's any more messages. As I said, keep off that subject. Keep off that subject, and you're okay to go under normal rules. Okay, it's that subject I do not want in here. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. He did agree to that.
Sorry, he has agreed. Did you say?
Yes.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you, Tom Tom. You're entitled to your opinion. I just don't want that discussed here. Mr. S is still alive. Well, I am still alive right now, Daybreaker Flint, because Mrs. S don't know yet.
Which is why I say we'll get a live stream from the ICU.
Yes.
What's Mrs. S's email again, so I can and link to this video?
Oh,
what is your email address?
By the way, everyone, I don't know if you've noticed.
What's Mrs. S's Discord?
Have you heard of Willow?
The movie? Yeah.
I know Willow, the sax player.
No, Willow. I'm popping a link in here. Not so anyone can do anything. But it's a new thing from Streamlabs. Have a look at it. This Willow link / at Mr. Sensible. It's a bit of a funny link. I think it's bad that they've put an ampersand in the link, but there we go. It's a gathering place, so creators can have a Willow link, which links to their YouTube, to their Twitter, to whatever. So all the links are in one place, including it's like a tip thing via PayPal. I did have a PayPal link, but I didn't really like using it. But have a look at Willow anyway to see what you think. I think it's really quite basic. I'm not really sure about it, but I've grabbed the Willow link to protect my name. So if there's any other creators in there, I meant to say to Keeler, but if there's any creators, Bob's gone now, isn't he? You should sign up for Willow. It's free, so that your name is safe and you own it. Okay, because you don't want anyone else to grab your name. All right, so you can have it as free. Sign it up, register it, and never use it. That's fine. But have a look at it and see what you think. Actually, I'm going to try it. Does it work? Yeah, it does work. Just try. Just sort of right-click that into another thing. It's not very exciting. Yeah. It's very new, so maybe they'll bring more stuff to it at a later point. But I thought I'd let you guys know about it anyway.
Very nice. Thank you very much. I'm going to use that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
we'll definitely use it.
Yeah, so I mean, anyone in here who's got a channel, or whether it's on here or a Twitter, all these social media things, you can put TikTok links and whatever. Grab your name before someone else does, because that might have already happened to someone. So I've heard a rumor. Their name's been grabbed.
Oh, you're back.
Mr. S.
Yeah.
Mage 3, is that the thing, or?
Mage 3. That which has been debunked by Big Pig Slapper Oink.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Mage 3 is still something I'm thinking of, yes. Mage 2 did...
I sent you that, I think I sent you a video with one group where they put a bunch of paper aeroplanes in the balloon.
Yes, yeah, I've seen numerous videos. I don't know where we'd stand with something like that in the UK, but in the UK, someone sent me one with a glider as well, which looked beautiful.
Yeah, I sent you that.
Yeah,
the glider was awesome.
Yeah, but in the UK, we can't do that.
There's one group put a pile of folded paper airplanes in the balloon, so when it popped, they went everywhere. And when you watched, there were some that were found like so far away it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know how you get them in there. Thinking of the neck of the balloon, it was probably a couple inches across, because you what you do is you get like a cylinder with thick walls. You put the neck of the balloon over it and cable tie it round, and then you feed the gas in through the centre of that cylinder, and then you tie it off and remove that and thing. So how you get the planes in, I don't know.
Before you do that, you'd roll the neck of the balloon over a piece of PVC pipe.
Yes, that's
large PVC pipe, and then slide all the planes in.
I've got you.
And then take it back off.
Yeah, it is interesting. I'd be worried about them causing. I mean, yeah, obviously someone's done that.
They're only paper planes.
Interesting.
Normal little paper planes, but I think they put their phone number or contact information on them, and there were some that were found 300 or 400 kilometres away.
Good grief!
More.
Imagine that, a little paper airplane going that sort of distance.
Huge.
Yeah, they did that with I don't know what the Chinese hot air balloons are called, but anyways, they did something like that at some point with like little messages there and let them fly off it. The balloons that have like the candles underneath them.
Oh, yeah. I think
lanterns.
Yeah, which are beautiful things. I think that they're now banned in the UK because of the fire risk of them.
Yeah, I've got about 40 of them here.
Amazing things, though.
Can't use them much. You got to wait until it goes offshore, because we live by the coast, so we can go out and do it late at night when the wind's blowing offshore.
I've never launched one. I would like to. And when I first sort of came across the idea,
we heat them up first. Use a couple of Coke cans with a bit of metho, and light that, and fill the balloon with the hot air, and then bring the wax part, the fuel down onto the top of the flame, so that then the wax lights, but the balloon's already ready to go. And they get about twice as high, 3 times as high.
But there is...
They virtually go out of sight.
But what about the problem of fires? I guess most times they'll actually go out before they land, but...
Oh, they do, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's got to be a dead still time, and we do them on the beach when we have an offshore breeze. So they go out over the ocean.
Right, so they're safe. But they are beautiful things to look at. I've only ever seen one in the wild, if you like, once when I was a kid. Saw a couple go over my house when I was a kid.
When they do them en masse, like they do in Asia, it's beautiful. Like the whole sky is just filled with them.
I saw something different once when I was in Hungary, on the river in the town. What they'd done, we didn't know what it was about, but it was lots of little floating things, each with a candle on, and there was hundreds of them just floating down the river. It looked, I mean, it's probably terrible for the environment, but it looked absolutely beautiful. You know,
they do that in Thailand, and they have stalls. They have a festival, and they have stalls where you can go along and buy different ones, and some are just little basic things, but others are really, really elaborate, and they fill them with flowers and all that. But it's all made from bamboo and natural stuff.
Okay, so it's going to rot away. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole river, it looks beautiful.
Monochromatic asking if I need financial support for Mage 3. Listen, Mono, that is incredibly kind. As I said, I want to do a Mage 3. Nothing is set in stone yet, because I've still been humming and hawing about, do I go again down some sort of scientific route to try and improve or add different instruments, or do I say stuff that because they're not interested, I want to do this because it's fun or spectacular or whatever, and then I need to talk to Q.
May I ask?
Ask what?
What was the relative cost of the blue gas?
So, sorry, General, you roboted a bit then.
Something you can share?
The
cost of the balloon and the gas, is that?
Yeah, because it was quite a pricey balloon, because it was it was a larger size one, because we were going for height, and so of course the larger balloon as well was more gas. Now we actually lost. Mage 1 didn't succeed due to a fault in the balloon. Now they very kindly just replaced the balloon, which was really good. I think the balloon itself was around 150 quid, 150 pounds, something like that. The gas, I've got a feeling, was about 100 or so. I'm not entirely sure. So we lost the cost of the gas. But
did you use one bottle, or be one or two large bottles?
Well, Q's got sort of proper containers, rather than, you or I couldn't just go and buy those containers of gas. So I wouldn't know how it compared. I wouldn't know how many cubic meters of gas or whatever it was.
You're right, yeah. Because I know a G-size bottle, which is like a shoulder height gas bottle, is about 8 cubic meters.
Right, you talk about like the big oxygen bottles they'd have in a hospital, something like that.
Yeah. No, shoulder height.
No, these aren't like that. These are sort of short and squat. I'm guessing about 2.5 feet tall, something like that. But probably.
Oh, right.
I'm guessing.
Oh, they're.
Yeah.
They're like a 15 kilogram calogas type thing.
Similar to that, yes.
No, they're like an acetylene bottle, the fatter diameter.
Short and fat.
Shorter bottle.
Like Mrs. S.
Yeah. Now you're not just running, you're dead.
Well,
you're dead.
if I'm gonna, I might as be. Was it hung as a whatever, as a lamb? I don't know. I've had it anyway.
Resuscitation might be in order here.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Exactly.
If you want help on the technical side, Mr. Sensible,
you say in for a penny, in for a pound, General. I think you're in for a lot more than that, pal. Sorry.
I was going to say, if you want any help on the technical side, like data collection, or you need some software written or something, then tap me up.
Oh, thank you very much, Gary. Thank you very much. I mean, when we get to the point that lockdown is definitely freeing up, so it looks as though it's more likely, then I'll be keen to do it again. And I think Q is, because we had a great day, and then with the videos and all the live streams and the interactions, I know he had the time of his life. I don't think he's ever been on YouTube so much. So the amount of time he spent in comment section explaining things or arguing with flat earthers was incredible. So I think he'd definitely be up for it. And yeah, because I do have one or two specific ideas which I'd run past people, because I think a lot of people might. Well, they might be interested. Others might say, "No, I'm just not interested in that." Because one of the ideas.
You're so far away. I'm a trained pyro. So I can make it look pretty.
Well, one of the ideas would optionally involve everyone who's watching purchasing something for themselves, not for me. And in effect, so they can take part more. We're going down this road again with me leading you with silly little clues, aren't we?
Sounds intriguing.
Monochromatic says a J cylinder.
Call you a nasty name.
A J cylinder of helium is about 270. See if I can see what a J cylinder is, and because I wouldn't know what it's called. My keyboard's playing up a bit.
Hydrogen's great, but it's just a little risky. It's not too bad, really, but it's a little risky. You can do it at a distance, but it is a bit risky.
Yeah. Right, yeah, I'm looking these, J cylinders, they look quite small. I'm having a look at Bock, see if they show the sort of cylinders.
Yeah, BOC. Yeah, you get a I think it's an E or a G.
I have no idea.
It's the big one.
Oh, it might be a Bock Genie one. I'm just having a look at. Oh, it could. If you have a look at Bock Genie, I think that might be it. But even those seem to come in a couple of different sizes. It wasn't quite that mod. Yes, they. Hold on. Let's see if I can give you a timestamp link to a video so you guys can see it. Right. Right. I'll read it. Look, there you go. There's a timestamp video which shows two cylinders side by side next to this person, and it's one like the short, fat blue one. If that helps anyone, okay. It's very similar to that. And there's a super chat, so let me read that out. When I
thought of that before.
Mr. Sensible has bought one of the poles. Is it the north or the south? I'd do better off with the south because it goes all the way round. I'll get a lot more for my money, wouldn't I? Thank you for that, David. That's kind. I like that.
This pole dancer from Bardtail, is that on the North Pole or the South Pole?
So did anyone see that link? Go to that link and have a look at the video. Who was it saying?
Something happening with gas.
Well, someone said something about E cylinders or whatever.
E's or G's.
Oh, right. Did you see that link then, General?
Yeah, that's just trying to.
If you have a look at that, it's about 10 seconds in the video. That's a timestamp link to it. It's extremely similar to that. Extremely similar, except I don't think it had a digital readout on it. But other than that, it's that sort of thing.
It's the same size I use for my welding, but I haven't got it with me at the moment, so I can't tell you what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, that should be about 3 cubic meters of gas, I think.
Yeah. It's 10 or 20 litres. That doesn't sound much.
They're not huge, no, they're not big.
But we basically, I think we pretty much used one of those because both flights, Mage and Mage 2, we finished off one canister and used a whole lot more of the next one. So we probably used about a canister at that size.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Sensible, I was thinking it may not for Mage 3, but maybe a future project. See if you can find a model hobbyist or model rocket hobbyist, and see if we get like a 1.5 meter rocket, put a camera on it, it up.
I do model rocketry.
And model,
I've done pyros and special effects.
Well, model rocketry was something I did think about, because I find that fascinating. Obviously, you get to a certain size and it starts getting, as well as pricey and difficult, it also gets into permissions and things like that, and no doubt insurance and whatever.
The engines get extremely dear once you go up. But I've got about 4 kilos of stuff here at the moment. I've bought aluminium, sorbitol, I've got KHNO3, potassium nitrate. I've got all this stuff here. So the only thing I'm stuck with at the moment is making my own nozzles. But I make my own engines now.
That was always something I wanted to have a play with, was model rocketry. That always fascinated me.
Me too, Gary. But then what I think is, having done the balloon, you get a hell of a lot more bang for your buck with that.
I know, but it's not as spectacular, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't. You've got to have explosives or flame, you know.
Of course, you got a badassery coming out the end of it.
Yeah, but then when you get a sort of 2.5, you get a 2.5 hour video from 38.5 kilometers high.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good feeling. That's a pretty good feeling.
Well, I'm
just looking for the thrills. It's great.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I do.
I do radio control stuff as well, and I'm actually building a ducted fan rocket. I've got a 90mm ducted fan that puts out about 3.5 to 3,700 grams of thrust.
What's that? Super caps or batteries?
Batteries.
Batteries, yeah.
And on the thrust with the weight and everything that I've worked out, I can get a minimum of about 10 to 12,000 feet. And if I'm looking at it correctly, and I wind it down a little, I can probably get 20,000 feet out of the battery.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
And controllable, so.
And if you put cameras on board, I mean, obviously the way it's going to affect it, is that with cameras or without?
With.
Really?
I've got some micro cameras there, so the whole weight of the thing be probably around 800 or 900 grams.
Wow. I mean, I've taken the phones apart and the cameras are minuscule in them, so I can imagine you could probably use something like that.
The size of the end of your thumb, the last knuckle of your thumb.
Yeah, but it's not a P1000, is it? It's not a P1000. Don't count.
We're not talking toy cameras then.
Guys,
I'm debunked already.
Guys, listen. I just realised it's now 20 past midnight here. I've got to gain my strength ready for tomorrow when I put this proposal to Mrs. S. I will do it. I would suggest. I'll have a think about how I'll say it, but basically that these guys have kindly made this offer for her to be videoed while I tell her something, and will she agree? It'll be interesting, won't it?
And again, we don't even know yet.
And yes, and you don't know, and you won't know even after that video if it goes up. But it's just just for fun. We'll see. Right, listen, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck you all into the waiting room, and I will join you again in a few minutes. But I'm going to wind up the stream now. Okay.
Okay. Yep. All understood. Thanks, Mr. S. Good one.
Very, very welcome. I've enjoyed it. So
thank you.
I'll just pop you all over.
Have a good night, everyone.
Okay, cheers. Oh, hello, Glass. See you there. Right, I'll chuck you all over now. Thanks. So that was Bard Tail, Gary Isle of Wight, Mr. General E. Shady, Glass Monster, Mr. 42, Nimrod, and The Snark. And don't forget, everyone, to listen to the outro, because you'll hear the full Mr. Sandman, no, Mr. Sensible track on the outro, and that is my new standard outro. Thank you very much to The Snark with Henriette Hammer. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for making this a successful stream, which smashed the size of Oakley's throughout, I think. And for all the super chats, for my members and patrons, and everyone who's just been here. Okay, take care. Watch out for this video, which may be coming up soon, where I do disclose to Mrs. S what I've done. We'll see. And at some point, I think in the region of 3 to 4 weeks, the actual reveal video. But don't worry, I will let you know in time, because I'm going to be biting my nails waiting for this. Everyone take care. Also, please watch out, because I'm not sure when. Maybe in a couple of days' time I'll be hosting a debate. I'm not going to announce who it's between right now, because it's still not 100%. And apparently, according to Crafty Keeler, I'm hosting this 1 year anniversary thing from them on Monday. If they pull their fingers out and actually confirm a date and time. But that should be good as well. Please, everybody, I'm going to say good night. Take care. Stay sensible.
Mr. Sensible, Mr. Sensible, bring me some cheese, and get me only the best if you please, best if you please. Here are some flowers, let me display them. Yea, Dr. One, or you have gone all slay them. Mr. Sensible, you are a man. Every subscriber is a faithful fan. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help us out, please. Mr. Sensible, I needed proof of gravity, so I jump off the roof. It hurt a lot, let me go further. Why was I ever such a darn flat earther? Mr. Sensible, I'm such a clown. I am the laughing stock of the town. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help me out, please. Mr. Sensible, bring me a sphere, to which the waters of the oceans adhere. Have explanations, but let me be candid. So clear that all the fluffers understand it. Mr. Sensible, please hear my call. The earth is not flat.